Oh, it just said you live.
Well, I don't know. We're trying to go live on IG. Instagram.
It's on IG.
Is it the right
Yeah.
way though? Is it let's make
Yeah.
sure.
That's clean. That looks good.
Hold on, let me make sure. I can't see myself. That's the problem right there. I don't know what's happening.
I see it. I'm looking at it right here. Look.
Okay. Keith Pelzik. Oh my goodness. What's up with you, brother?
Hey, I'm gonna turn the sound up real quick. See if it's problem right there. Oh yeah, there it is. You can hear the sound.
Yeah, I can hear it. Okay. Oh, there it is. Thought you knew.
Look at that, man.
Man, how long has it been? You done messed around and got some more gray hair?
Hey man, Tina won't let me do nothing to it, so it is what it is.
Want you to keep it like it is, huh? Yeah, like
you can't do nothing to it, so I guess I can't do nothing to it. I just,
It's like your Samson, right? That's what that is. You can't cut your hair. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can't do nothing to it. That's pretty good, man. I like this. So you on YouTube and IG?
Man, we everywhere. But I just want to make sure that I don't know. I'm looking at IG and it still shows it in vertical. I just want to make sure that it's anybody can go out there on Instagram and let us know what it look like. We everywhere. I'm on Facebook for the parents, too. For the old school folks. But obviously we on YouTube doing our thing.
Nice and clean. Wow, look at that.
Add that to the repertoire for your clients. Or you can mess around and raise the price.
Oh yeah, you raise.
We can go live everywhere.
Hey, you know what? When I switched to the fiber optic, though, I got off the cable and went to fiber optic, and it worked. Fiber optics, I haven't had any kind of lag problems. But I just be multi-streaming after 2 or 3. I got one client does 4 places at one time. LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and it's one other thing. I don't know. But I let her roll with it. I don't know, after a while, man, after you get to so many, I'm just like, I don't know. You can do that though. You know what you're doing with it. I mean, I don't mind doing it if it's just me. But if I'm doing it for somebody else, I don't like the pressure of, if they look on YouTube, oh, it ain't on YouTube, or the Instagram is doing this, or Facebook is doing that. And I'm just like, ugh. When it's me, I don't care.
Or you got, because this is what I've been thinking about lately, or you got multiple channels and you trying to keep up with them all.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of that. I'm about to not listen to all the experts. Yeah. And I'm just going to push all my stuff to some main channels instead of trying to remember everything. I can't remember all this stuff, brother.
Yeah, just,
It's too much extra work that's not.
I like YouTube and Instagram. Those are 2 worth working for. But after that, it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of lost with that.
Well, and that's where you got all your following from, right? Now that you didn't switch pretty much 100% to Odo.
Yeah, mostly Instagram, so I got to jump back on YouTube. It's just, I don't even know what I want to talk about on YouTube. In the format, I have no idea. Like, if I get into a routine, maybe this fall I might jump into just, I just show up every morning, one morning a week, and just show up and be on and just blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I got a brain for that. Like, I think it'll work. And just, like a morning show.
Yeah. And like talk about what you want.
Yeah. Like the Breakfast Club,
Yeah, right. Instead of what some folks think you should talk about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just gonna put that out there and let that. We're gonna start right off the dome with getting in trouble.
It's like the back and forth. Well, not back and forth. It's just one way. Michelle Obama said what she said. Stephen A. didn't. I guess he took it a certain way, and it's just like, respectfully, both of y'all made great points, and she wasn't dissing you, dude. It was just like basically saying that's what you expect. Like, if Stephen A. stops critiquing, who's going to like him? Right?
Well, I don't like him. I don't like him.
Yeah, I mean, but if he stops doing what he's doing, it's not going to make people start to like him. If anything, more people that he needs to like him is probably not going to like him if he's like in agreement with everything or just real nice about everything. You kind of want him on a perfect thing to be like, either it's like, is Jalen Hurts a great quarterback? You want him to be like, I like the guy. And you'll take that, or you expect him to be like Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? But if it's anything in between, it's kind of like he loses his edge, you know. But then you're gonna get them spaces where it's like, you know, he's gonna say something, and it's like you say it to somebody like, okay, that's the problem with Instagram. Instagram is super big now. It went double big. So just so you know. It's not a bad thing, but it's just got like me, like on the eye joint. See?
Oh no! Okay, it went like that?
Did that.
Okay,
yeah. But I ain't tripping, you know.
I am. I'm gonna shut that down. Everyone on IG, I see I see my cousin Al.
Does it fix itself or what?
No, it's not that smart.
No.
Who's that? Jay Douglas? Oh, Doug Stanley. Yeah, what's up, man?
So why does it do that?
Dr. Stone, Gary Jones. Okay, so apparently IG isn't formatting the way we wanted to format. Let me know if you guys are seeing it the right way. We got a gang of folks joining on too.
On IG?
Yeah, man, they trying to come on over there. Gregarious is coming through. Talking trash to be relevant is a trash strategy. That's Stephen A. That's Stephen A.
I get it. You know. That's his pull though. That's his pull. So I mean, that's what he does. But every now and then it's gonna be that shout out to Samantha's Stephen A's daughter. That's my homie.
Is that right?
Sam, did photos for her and to her great mom, my buddy Steph. They great peoples, you know. But yeah. Your dad's gonna be your dad. He's going to be him. He's going to be him.
All right, Chris. I'm gonna shut down IG because it's wide. It's not vertical. Send Stephen A. Smith my villain shirt. Yeah, we might do that. We just might do that. Folks over on IG, come over to YouTube because that's where we really at. and we'll get this IG stuff going on a little bit later. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. My gosh.
Yeah, that was pretty dope though.
Well, we'll get it right.
Down.
We'll get it right.
So how do you shut it down? Let me see how you shut it down.
Well, you have to launch IG live streaming in a whole nother window.
Yeah, I know how to do it, but how do you shut it down and keep everything? Oh, yep, it just shut down.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So going through Restream, connect to IG Live, and boom, I can just stop that particular stream without stopping everything else.
Oh, that's wild that it did that. So you know what it did? It tried to format it on a long form. At first, when it first came on, it was, you know, like a 916.
Yeah.
And then it went, I mean, it was wide, and then it tried to go vertical. And that's why it got big.
Got to fix that. Somebody got to fix that. Ken and Glenn need to fix that. We know anybody at a software company.
It's an Ecamm problem.
You know what I'm saying?
You're like, Ecamm done screwed up
again. I'm going to hold my breath for 10 seconds and see if Doc is listening, because he'll probably chime in with all kind of 4-letter words. But no, it's all good, you know. But they need to get that working for us.
He would be like, see, everybody claims Ecamm.
All the problems with streaming is the app.
Ecamm.
It's the platform. Got nothing to do with me. It got nothing to do with me.
Nothing to do with me.
DJ Shrek is in the building, another world traveler. Oh, listen, see, folks been wanting us to get back on and do this thing.
Hey,
folks been wanting us to get back on here.
Hey,
we've been waiting on you. We've been waiting on you, brother.
No, ain't been waiting on me, man.
Yeah,
that's what I've been having fun. Hey, let me tell you something.
Talk to us. Come and talk to me.
I went to the Dave Chappelle Firehouse, and it is dope, man.
Talk to us.
If you and my girl Jen over this way in them Ohio streets, you want to get a ticket and go. Just it don't even matter who's performing, because he's going to give you the comedy. He's going to give you a good Dave Chappelle 15-20 minutes is some funny whatever with a cigarette and a drink, he gonna do it. Right? He gonna do it. He,
It
I
don't
was there
matter
for
if
2
it's
nights,
politically
man.
incorrect or correct
Yo,
too.
yo, Dave is a wild boy. Like, I love the guy, man. Real cool. Yellow Springs, Ohio is a different place, man.
Talk to us about
Uh,
what you doing there.
so Floetry was performing. It was their
Okay, I
first
saw
time.
that. Okay.
Yeah, so it was their first time in over 10 years or something. I think 2015 they did something. They came together around 2015, but this was their first time in a long time. And Dave Marsha was just there. Marsha Ambrosio was just there with Casablanca album.
Hmm.
And then that her and Dr. Dre did. She did a performance, and somehow with Dave Chappelle was like, hey, we need Floetry up in this joint. Like, we love you as an artist. We know what you do. You crazy. You did all this stuff, but a lot of people know you with Natalie with Floetry. So
Hmm.
Dave got them together. They had a meeting, whatever. Next thing you know, they booked 2 shows. Those 2 shows sold out. They had to put another one on. So now it's 3 shows. So me and Tina was like, yo, we rolling up. So we was sitting here. Nat and her husband was over. We were all talking, and they were like, yeah, me and Marsha doing a show. I was like, yeah, that's what's up. Dave Chappelle. I was like, cool. I said, you know what? We're gonna ride over to Ohio.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's just like right inside of Ohio from PA. Right? Because my son college is like 4.5 hours away. So I'm like, okay, 2 more hours, we good. That joint was a 7.5 hour drive. We went out there and booked our hotel, whatever. Yellow Springs is I'm gonna make you laugh. So YS Firehouse, that's what it's called. I'm gonna tell you what's funny though. One of the locals said the lady name was Kelly. I'm never gonna forget. Kelly was a nice little brunette woman. She said, see right here, wear this blue and all around is red. Man,
let's make it plain and let's be clear, right? Don't you?
So she's a white woman, and she's like, and I was like, say no more. I got exactly what you saying. She was like, so she was explaining, because I was like, how is it around here? And Yellow Springs is the safe space for like everybody. It's New York, San Francisco, DC, Philly, all in the one little area. Outside of that is very,
Mm-hmm.
you can't be free and be yourself and be of color.
Don't come around there just
but there's a freedom, and it's real dope. And so Dave Chappelle's wife is Filipino.
Yes.
And it's like, Dave is from DC. And let me tell you something about the Firehouse. If you look online, look on their page, whatever, first of all, you're not really seeing the inside. I can tell you what the inside looks like. I can tell you about the rooms in there, the little restaurant on the side, everything. You ain't going to see the pictures. You know why? You can bring no phone, no camera, no plot,
really?
No Apple Watch, no Meta glasses. Dude, they will confiscate it or tell you to leave it in the car. Nothing. No recording devices at all. They check your sneakers, bro. They pat you down like you going in for a drug deal. Hey,
it is right there.
They pat you down like you going in for a drug deal, dude. Like you going in with a briefcase with money and the other boy got cocaine in the bag, right? It's like when I say they pat you down, I mean there's a man line and a woman line. They feel you. Make sure you get nothing. And when I tell you the experience is off the chain, because you're in the moment.
Wow.
You're in the moment. It's nothing else to do. You can't call nobody. You can't stream. If you have to make an emergency call, you go to the door and they let you, go in or whatever. But ain't no phone calls, no live streaming, nothing like that. You are in the room, bro.
Well, that's how it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah. I loved it. When I loved it, man, it was beautiful.
You gotta be in the moment. Don't come in here acting like you gonna call somebody. If they not here, they not here.
Yeah, it's dude. And when I say Dave when I say his comedy is he's free, Yo, he says anything out his mouth. And when I say we died laughing. I want to tell some of the jokes he said, man. He was off the chain. And everybody's like, yo, he's a wild boy. But it was the DJ is fire. They got a DJ that spins before Dave comes out. And then Dave comes out and does like a good 15, 20-minute set.
Nice.
Then he brings out the group. So he brought out Floetry. Floetry got in there and rocked it. The sound is amazing. Like you feel everything in there.
Not a lot of venues don't do that. They don't have the acoustics for music. Okay.
It's treated and everything like when I say they rock out, you feel the kick on the drum, the snare, the highs, the lows. They got infrared glasses in that joint just in case they see lights blinking on something around you. They will come and get you and be like, excuse me, you got to roll.
I remember that when I did security for Clear Channel, right? Before all this new age stuff, you couldn't record anything, right? Don't come in there trying to record the show, audio or video. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's dope. Afterwards, man, we went to the private bar, got
of course, I know you did.
Dave.
I know you did. See,
got some Deacon Juice with Dave. Yo, Dave is he's a cool freaking dude. I gotta say, man, when I say he cool as Jax, he speaks to everybody. Like just like chill rap to you, like get into a conversation, and he keeps moving around the room. So afterwards, if you have a special band on, it's at least about 30 people that you get the VIP passes. You can stay and hang around after the show is over. And, the food is off the chain. The jerk wings, fire. Eat, drink, chill. And then about 1 o'clock, everybody out the building. It was a great experience, man.
That's a good time, too. Because, as we get a little bit older, we can't be out there like them kids at 2, 3 a.m. Okay.
No, you can't. Yeah,
all right.
And locals, the cops are cool around there. It's a cop sits right across the street from the venue. It's dope, man. It's dope. That was my weekend. But I really like the fact of the only thing you can do is talk about what happened in there. So the night when Erykah Badu was there, that's why if you wasn't in the building, you don't have much to say about it. You don't have much to say about it. Yo, he was joking about bringing Mick Jagger up in that joint. He's a wild boy, man. God, he's wild, man. Whew. Yeah.
Now you said you drove?
Yeah, we drove.
So how long is that from your side? That's again, and you East Coast is a lot different.
7.5.
Okay, no, but that still was a good drive. That still was a good drive then.
Yep. 7.5, man.
Okay. Well,
so anybody listening, if you ever in that Ohio Yellow Springs area, it's worth it. Now the tickets cost, the tickets like $150, $200 though.
Each.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But you get the experience. So I will say this, people, the artists, if your favorite artist is there, it's worth spending them $150, $200 to go, because it is very up close and personal, and you get a show. Like you get and Dave's different every night, but it's like he's the same as far as you actually get like a quarter of a Dave Chappelle show, right? Of a comedy, because he gives you some dope comedy. Like when I say you gonna be rolling, your stomach gonna be hurting. Like he's that wild of a boy.
We think he off the hook on HBO, but he in person. Huh?
Yeah,
he's a little bit different.
He gives you that HBO thing in that room. He does give it to you. I ain't gonna front. He doesn't. It ain't like he give you some little corny whack joint. Yeah. He give you like straight off the dome, like coming in. He works the room too. A brother came in loud, right? The dude was out in the lobby. So Dave was talking. He was like, yeah, so he said, everybody should be glad that you're here. Like, get yourselves a round of applause and understand why it's a good thing for you to be alive and well today. He said, because you are here on the front end of World War III. Right? So everybody's dying. So then he does a whole little thing on Trump. A brother comes in, he like, yeah, what's up, man? What's up? He was like, it's always that loud MF. And It's always
Sure,
got to
when
be
you
a
wanna
loud
get there.
brother, right? So then he Jones on the dude. He really gets it to him, and then he was like, "I'm just messing with you. I'm just like Dave is real cool." Then when I tell you, man, it was a lot of people of color in the room, but it was a straight like trucker white dude was in there, right? And Dave started busting with him, and then he was like, "Let's give it up for the white guy in the room." Yo, everybody died laughing, and he loved it. They was cheering. So did you see the movie Sinners?
Yeah.
So look, he said that the white dude was there. He said his friends was outside. He said his boys was outside. Like he said, he probably got friends outside. Like, come on, Dave, let us in, man.
Let us in. I'm not just gonna come in unless you invite me in.
Bro, yo, the crowd went bananas, and only the people that saw Sinners, we was chuckling over dying, man. But he's very apologetic, so it's like, and he's really about love. Like when I tell you, to really meet him and talk to him, he doesn't want anybody to feel uncomfortable in there. Like there's no racism, no big eyes, little U's, nothing in there.
That's
Dave
cool.
is just, and then afterwards, I can say this. Afterwards, this dude does a whole concert with the DJ or the band, like that's there. Everybody over here drinking, eating, mingling and stuff. And you go back to the center of the room on the stage where the artist was, Dave is singing. He's got a glass of bourbon or something and a cigarette, and he's in the mic just singing.
All right. Fellas trip, y'all.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, we were all doing shots, like had some shots and stuff. And so I went back over to eat some chicken with Tina and talking to Floetry and stuff. Dave is in the concert space, and then they start playing like some Clark Sisters.
Y'all Google that if y'all need to.
Dave is sitting there with a cigarette.
Y'all Google that if y'all need to.
A wonderful change has come over me. Like he's singing gospel songs, dude. When I say, I was like, this dude went from straight country song to gospel songs.
To passing around the offering plate. My Lord. Hey,
y'all
Google
using the
that
offering plate. He told the DJ to play Marvin Sapp, and the DJ that was just playing like, boom.
What did he say? Lock the door? Tell him lock the door?
Right. The DJ was spinning all this dope stuff, and somewhere out of nowhere, he tells the DJ that was like, never would have made it. And Dave is in it. Cigarette smoke all over the place. Never would have made it without you. And Tina heard him say, lock the damn doors.
Yeah. I was going to say, lock the doors, right?
Yo, Tina was dying. Your girl was dying, man. Tina was like, she
all
said,
right, hey,
no,
this one says she want to go. So she watching. She don't even like comedy, and she don't. But she said she down to go to that. I guess we going to Ohio.
No, it's worth it, man. Anybody that's watching, trust me, it's I think the tickets be like $150 to $200. It's worth it just to be in the building. They are going to take everything off of you. Like you have to have a clear bag if it's big. You have to have a bag that's like, it's all on the website, 6x9 max, but you're not going to be mad. It's like a culture shock for most people.
Well,
but
for you, I want to know how you did, because you normally carry two full body cameras, and you got your glasses.
I was good before I left out of Philly, out of Phoenixville. I was like, because I already knew what it was hitting for. I was just so glad to see Floetry, and I understand it, because remember, Dave got in trouble with a lot of different things.
Yes, yeah, and
so he had to protect his
truth.
Especially with comedy, it's a good thing that they do how they do, and the people that work for him, man, you can tell he take care of his people. You ever go to a place and you know that the owner looks out for his own people, like the culture of the people in there, even the city, bro. Nobody was black in the store, his whole store, and everybody's cool as jacks. Like, they love that dude. When I say Yellow Springs, he is the mayor of Yellow Springs.
Dave Chappelle could do no wrong,
bro. He got properties all over the place, like, and he chose his story. It's crazy. Like, he chose to be there.
That's
and
true, because
he's
he could be
respected
wherever he
around.
wants to be. He could be back
Yeah,
in New York. He could be over here in Cali. So
yeah.
that's dope. Okay, well, this is what we gonna do. First and foremost, let me
Go
pause
for
for a
it.
real minute, just because we got all the old
Swap out.
squad has joined in. No, I'm just, but just because you drinking, what you drinking?
You, man, this cucumber water and lemon.
Is that what you call it?
That's
Is that
all.
what they call it
Yep,
now? Cucumber
cucumber
water.
water.
He's sipping on it nice and slow. I just want to acknowledge the community that's come back. This just proves that folks have been waiting for us to get back and do this thing. We got this. I got Mama in the comments. I guess she knew that we was
What's
talking.
going on, Mama?
Chief is here, Douche is here, Laura's here, Barbara's here, my dad is here. We got some new folks. You know, gregarious don't come out of hiding. Except
Gregarious
for
is up in the building.
he don't come out except for on special occasions. He turned me down. I wanted him to do something. Yeah,
Gregarious right there.
yeah. You know, I wanted him to do some things with me. He turned me down. He said, "No, I ain't got time for you. I'm doing something else." Damn. Soon as Keith on the live, here he go. First one in the comments.
I'm going mountain climbing with him in them Colorado streets. If that's where he at.
He'll outrun
Colorado
you.
somewhere.
He'll outrun you backwards. He'll outrun you.
Man.
Truth Seeker and Arian. Who is that? I mean, okay. I mean, we got some folks in here. What's happening with you, man? Dr. Stone, DJ Strick. Come on, we got winners in here.
Strick the man. You know, it's an annual thing when Strick and his wife comes in town. We just go down to the South Kitchen. We only go down there when Strick is in town. Yo, now let me tell you something. That woman puts on the show.
I have only seen them online, so shouts out to Kent. Man,
Oh, bro. If they ever in your area,
yeah.
So just like I shout out the Dave Chappelle thing, she puts on a show. When I say she's good, like she really puts on the show, like legit. So Strick don't be overhyping. She puts on the show. Like,
listen.
I mean, yeah.
I think last time I saw, and Strick, chime in, brother. I mean, y'all were in the Caribbean or somewhere on a cruise. Y'all were doing the thing. I thought I was fancy traveling all over the place, but next thing I look, Strick is in Barbados.
Oh yeah,
or something like that. I don't know.
He all like he be trying to play it off like he out there working as a road manager and stuff. I'm like, that boy chilling. He out on vacations, you know what I mean? Laid back, chilling, sitting on the side of the bar.
Keep doing sound check, and he at the bar. You know, he ordering another mojito.
Flying drones and stuff. You know, playing around with the cameras and stuff. Like he laboring to work. He ain't doing that but vacation. That's all he doing.
He ain't doing nothing but getting stamps in the passport. That boy living.
Got the best job ever, man.
Yo, man, that boy living.
Strick ain't fooling nobody. I'm like Strick, like, yeah, man, we gotta travel. We got like it's a bad thing. I'm like, boy, you balling, man.
Strick ain't never not smiling. That's why, right? Strick is never not smiling. Okay.
Shout out to Strick. That's my guy, man.
Just take us with you, brother.
That's my
with
dude.
you.
Nah,
let's see. Everybody said they want to come with us on that trip, though. Okay.
Where?
We going to Ohio. Oh, listen, don't let me get to planning, because
man,
I'll plan it and then mess around. Folks say they don't have no money.
Yeah, you want to go down there. I would. So everybody, I would follow YS Firehouse, and then now here's the other problem. When I posted my picture with Floetry outside of the venue, all the people I forgot live in Ohio was hitting me up. I mean, man, oh, you ain't telling me you was down in the streets, man, my neck of the woods. You ain't saying, but one of my buddies, he's in the movie Plane, on Netflix. His name is Otis Winston, and he played in he's in Venom. He's in all three Venoms. He lives in Ohio, so he went there with Tasha somebody. So he knew everything I knew, and it's only if you have been in there that you can have the same language. So he knew about the whole thing. He was like, "Oh man, if you had told me, I'd have went back." So I heard the Erykah Badu night was crazy. I think, was it Wu-Tang?
What?
I think they had Wu-Tang in there.
You got them coming in there like that, Wu-Tang?
No, listen, Dave brings his friends in there. Like Dave will have who else did he have in there? He has some big names in there. Like when we were talking to him backstage, he said, I forgot who he said he's trying to get. Like Dave will have Janet Jackson in there. you want to get the tickets. Like he'll just be like, yeah, I'm gonna bring Janet Jackson up in here. She gonna come through. That dude gonna do it, man. And you can only have 200 people in there.
Wow.
So let that sink in. You in the venue, and in the front seats, you can touch the artist on stage. If you sit at the very front of the stage, you can grab their ankles. That's how tight it is in there.
I think we're gonna work this out. Because I'm seeing right now Dave Chappelle and Friends, July 2nd, 3rd, and 5th, August 14th through 16th, and the 21st to the 23rd. So he got some things. Marvin, you need to get this going. You over there talking about we need proper schedule of performers. I mean, listen, Marvin, you have homework to do now to get this coordinated. Because we will mess around and go to what do you call it? YS Firehouse.
Yeah, I would tell him, go. Just for the heck of it, like, yo, if Jill going, I'm going. If she there, I think I'm
you got to go. You got to go.
I'm gonna have to show up. So who we got? Quali down there coming up. Oh, yeah, Wyclef. Yeah, Wyclef up in there. Wyclef was up in there killing it. Who else? Who's the other group? There's some other groups that I don't even know, but Ghostface Killer was up in there.
Okay, yeah. So got parts of Wu-Tang in there. Okay. Yeah,
bad, no, not good. Bad, not good. Whoever that group is, they got 200,000 followers. A lot of people knew that. They had a nice house on that. He's going in, man.
See, what you do is you get on contract and you say, Dave, if you need some video with some photos.
What's her name? Goapele? He had her up in there. She was killing it.
Look at you.
What's the other big thing he had? Yeah, because let me tell you something. Wu-Tang, man. I'm like, I would have loved to see that one. Wu-Tang, Erykah Badu was just a big event when he had her up in there. And so we were in there, it was a sit down. But when he had Killer Mike up in there, it was standing room only.
I can imagine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, okay. You dropping real names too. Okay, folks. If y'all don't know, you better know. Okay.
Yeah, it was standing room only. So I'm like, they starting to let Talib Kweli up in there. They ain't playing around, man.
Go ahead, Dave. Cool.
So another thing, he bring Mary J. Blige up in there. I might have to be like, real love.
She get the kicking with them boots.
Oh man, yo, so this is what he did. The band stopped. The show was over. So Dave goes and does an impromptu. He said, bass player. And the dude, this is his first time. This guy, so here's the downfall to it. They recorded the game. Oh, the camera game up in there is sick, dude.
Yeah.
They had a 70 to 200 on this one. So all the cameras are hung from the ceiling on some swivels, like a PTZ would be.
Yeah.
But it's like Sony cameras, like Sony straight
got me
up
right there. You got
G Masters and the big PTZ joint that costs like $8,000 or something. So those joints are all, it's like 5 of them that'll zoom into the stage, right? And then they got a photographer. He's walking around with 2 dope Sony cameras. He got a Leica camera with a flash on there for his little, on body shooter. Then there's one other floating, video camera. So Dave goes to the bass player. He was like, he said, all right. He said, this vibe is so cool. He was like, bass player, I need you to follow me. He said, if you mess this up, he's like, if you F this up, he was like, I'm gonna hate you forever. So we laughing like, dude. So the rest of the band is looking like, oh man, the pressure. So Dave just starts singing, what you won't do for love. And so dude, the bass player picked it up. Dave had that groove going, boot, do, 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 do. So he's hitting that. Dave slides into
so Dave is doing all this singing.
He was going, he's going to Biggie's. The crowd is going bananas singing. We went from what you won't do for love, We went to another song. Then we went to Biggie joint. Everybody was like, because they was like, some of these ladies tonight should be having my baby. And everybody like, and then we go to ooh baby, feel your love. We went to Between the Sheets. Like, dude, the crowd is singing. I mean, people that the wives are dancing with their husbands or girls, their boyfriends, whatever. It was, dude. When I say it was crazy, it was lit.
We need to hear more of those stories
about
what's going on.
Too damn far for me though.
Well, that's a little bit. And is there an airport? Maybe I can fly in. Hold on. But you driving. But
I want to build something like that here. I'll tell myself, me like, Dave, I'm copying your spot. You ain't copyright the build of it. I'm doing the same thing. Keith Pells is going to have it's going. Eddie Murphy talking about the boom boom room.
No, you call it the convos. That's what you call it. You call it the convos.
It's going to be Keith version of the boom boom room. It's be like, nope. All your phones got to go in the back. So you keep your phone with you, but they lock it in that little pouch.
Yeah. Okay. I've seen them do that at a lot of comedy shows lately too. So stuff don't leak. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man. You gotta turn it off and then put it in the bag. And
stay off the phones anyway. What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, because you know what it is, man. I was so mad. And this started for me at churches, but it's like you go in and everybody's like this. Nobody's engaging, clapping their hands, nothing, because everybody's trying to be a videographer. And I'm just like, so look, even when people, they hire me for photography gigs, they go, can you do video too? And I'm like, when I get my numbers, they like, ooh. And some people, they know they're going to pay me. Other people, they like, well, can I just need a reel? And I'm like, well, everybody at your party is going to have a reel anyway. Because, I don't know how it is on your coast. Over here, sisters come to the party, they like this, they go in the food tray, they doing the zoom in and zoom out, then they down here and they doing this, then they got it on the stand, they walking away from it, they go in here, they pop a little light up on there. I ain't mad at that, but I'm just like, everybody is an influencer and everybody is getting video. So like CapCut about to go out of business because everybody's capping their own cuts. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just like, all you gotta do is stitch together all of the people that was at your party and you got a CapCut video. One of the events I went to, it was at least 8 women in there and like 4 dudes. So I'm like, you got 12 posts of video footage of this event. And so you know what I knew? I was like, my camera's going to beat out all of them. And what I do with my camera, taking the still, is going to be more valuable because all of those videos start to get boring after a while. Right? And then you're only showing that little perspective. So I'm back to confidence with the camera because everybody's running video, which is not a bad thing, but I'm just like, if you're controlling the event, it's your joint. I'm setting it up where it's like, y'all need to trust that my videographers are going to get what you need to see. You got what I'm saying? They're going to have what's necessary to know after this. And if your experience needs you to walk through this with a video, then you need to plan your own event and have your videographer you to do what you want to do. Because if everybody's at the concert doing this, how y'all clapping y'all hands? Right? How you engaging when you're doing the job? And what most people don't know is you're paying the ticket to go work. Right? So that's your choice. But you paying the ticket to go to work. And it's just like, do you actually record for 2 hours and then go back home and watch 2 hours of the event that you should have been looking at?
No. Yeah, no.
Because now your phone actually has limited you. It has actually limited your perspective of the whole event because you're taking all this time to record.
So all that quantity doesn't necessarily mean quality when if that's all you're looking at is through your screen, right? Yeah.
And then when you go back to watch it, I was always curious about who's going back watching all of that? Like, especially the OGs at church, especially at church, right?
Mhm.
I've been looking at some of the older people at the concerts or whether it's a secular concert, whatever. And I'm like, are y'all actually going back home and watching all of that? I mean, they record till they battery die. And I'm just like, you got 45 minutes of recording. I know your hard drive running out, but are you actually going to go back and watch that? And then your quality's so bad and smudgy. Who wants to watch your video anyway?
Well, there you go. I don't know who listening. I'm just gonna say this. You know, you mentioned the churches. They need to go back and watch some of them Sunday morning sermons because they can get better. They could get better instead of doing the same thing. Instead of keep putting your hand on that stove, right?
I mean,
you got to get better. Oh, Lord have mercy. See, Mama talk about but that's. I don't like going to concerts anymore. I need
to hear that. That's good. She said, yeah, I'm watching it again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. I mean, I get it. And like, you know, I'm in a different place now with people where I think I used to talk a certain way where it's like, it made it sound like people need to think how I think. And I'm just like, no, I'm just offering a perspective and I'm not hating on somebody else's, but I feel what Mom is saying. Like, I believe there are people that, yeah, they do watch it, or, you know, even if you don't watch it, to have it is good but here's the thing, back to the firehouse, I'm not mad that I couldn't record nothing in there because I value my experience more than showing you my experience, because I can always tell you my experience. And you know, so Keith Pelzer always adds in his little sneaker preach. Even in the Gospels, it says the meat of the gospel is bigger for those who weren't around when it actually took place. And believing off of the testimony has more power than being in the present when the testimony was being made. Right? So word of mouth is big. So we're privileged to say something and then show what was said off of our interpretation. But it's another thing when the actual etymology of the story is so great and so big that I don't even have to see it to feel the impact of what it was. So we have to know our places for it. So if I were talking to worship leaders or concert people, whatever, it's like, make the experience so dope that, you know, let people experience it, and then their testimony is more effective for the next show. That's not showing the whole show. You know,
you can't show the whole show anyway. You can't show the whole thing anyway.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you can go and videotape a whole Beyonce concert, show it to somebody, and that person still gonna want tickets to go because our show is that powerful.
Yep.
Right. But for people that's up and coming and trying to go, especially the new artists, I say this: don't let these people come up in there with them phones and stuff and online and this stuff. Mm-hmm. Kind of ask them like, yo, wait, just be in the room right now and then go out and talk about it. Because when you go out and talk about it, either you're going to say it stunk or you're going to say it was pretty good. And then the next person has to go and see it for themselves. So that's the thing about, you know, here I go with another biblical thing. When Jesus met up with the woman at the well, they had a conversation and she went and told them about her conversation. She didn't have a phone to show them or recording to play them. She gave a testimony about her experience with Jesus at the well. Then they said, Dag, that story is so dope. We need to meet this dude for ourselves. So when I come out of the firehouse, I'm like, yo, let me just give the testimony. I'm in the book of Acts now of what the things that we've seen and we've heard. That's all we can speak on, what we seen and we heard. So we're going to give you our testimony. And now my testimony affects you enough to say, I need to see that for myself. And I think that we're getting back to a day and age of, because we have the way to hear and see everything almost from every second, it's not necessary to offer that all the time. Sometimes we got a value about being in the room. So use advertisement to get people into a space, but then turn all of the stuff off and create an atmosphere of you had to be there to really get it. But if you weren't there, you have to now take it off of the testimonies, but the testimonies will put you in the place that you weren't in. But if everybody's coming in with the surveillance, I mean, it's over.
He called it the surveillance. Come on now.
Yeah, it's over at that point. I mean, because I'm thinking about it. Yo, Dave told this joke about when he was over in Abu Dhabi or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he was talking about, he was trying to make sure he got his bag before Trump started blowing up stuff, right? So he was like, I'm trying to get my bag and get out because your boy blowing up stuff. And it's like, I don't want my money messed up. I need my bag, right? So he was talking about how rich they are over there. And he said, you know, the falcon is one of their main birds, right? So he said one of the rich dudes in there had the bird. And he said the bird, talked about how the bird has the hood on it. And, you know, he see like, yo, and dude was like, oh yeah, you can hold the bird. He was like, for real? So he said he went on stage and went to tell the jokes with the bird on there, like pimping with the bird. And everybody's like, oh, look, he got the bird on. He said, but he's looking at the bird like, yo, he can't see nothing because he got a hood over his face. The problem is they're a hunting bird, right? And because they hunt, he was like, if the bird can see, they're going to go into attack mode. So the hood is so that the bird chills and doesn't go grabbing stuff, right? So he said he took the hood off the bird and he said the bird flew up in the air and came down 200 miles per hour and attacked and killed a transgender.
That's a Dave Chappelle joke right there. Bro, that's a Dave.
When I say the crowd was on tears, yo, he was, yo.
Yeah, that sounds like Dave.
Wow, boy. But you know what the thing is? Dave can deny what I just said. He can deny every word. It's like, I didn't say that.
Oh my God. I had to go. I had to go off screen just for
Yo, that's only a piece of it. Man, he talked about him and Kanye, and the crowd was like, oh, he went, yo, that dude is a wild boy, man. I promise you're gonna be in tears. He holds nothing back. Nothing, man. Nothing.
My God, I needed this laugh. Boy, did I tell you what? Y'all, come on now. Y'all know y'all getting some value out of this. You better do something. I'm gonna do the YouTube thing. Like, subscribe, do whatever. Tell somebody to come join us because I got KB. We didn't already had 2 sermons.
I sneak some in there. I sneak them in there.
Got to. You know, I try to sneak 1 or 2 in every now and then too, but I like yours better.
What? Hey, there's another thing that was stirring up everybody. I didn't even dig into it. It's I guess it was my man's name, Isaac Curry. He was talking about it's him and another executive. They was talking about the music industry and the gospel music. And the one guy leaned in on something that I said a minute ago. I'm like, having worked in R&B music in the secular world, and growing up as a preacher's kid, I was just like, I knew we were going to run into a certain road of a clash on, oh, I'm spreading the word through music. And it's like, yeah, but the person that has no faith at all or doesn't believe in, you know, any deity, whether it be Christian, Muslim, whatever, Buddhist, whatever, they like, you know, they looking at you, you know, a certain way. And the thing is, you can spread your belief or influence without music because you should be able to have a conversation, right?
Right.
But the industry is the industry. So Aretha Franklin, was it Aretha Franklin? No, it's Mahalia Jackson. When I looked at the documentary where Mahalia Jackson and Dr. Martin Luther King and certain stuff, she would not do commercial music. Right. She didn't want to sell records like that. She didn't want to get into
she didn't want to do what Kirk Franklin do.
Yeah, she didn't want to do that.
Okay.
And she had, and that was her belief. And you know, people respected that. Now the other ones, they was like, look, I'm gonna take the money if you're gonna give it to me. You got me traveling, you want me to go be in California and I'm gonna get a check for it. Cool. You want to record me and sell my records, cool. But then, you know, the church started going, oh, that's unholy and blah, blah, blah. But now when we got to a certain point, I'm just like, now you got the Stellars, and the Stellars ain't nothing but the Grammys. That is like you want to put a little cross on it. But I'm like, you want the same thing, and then you're mimicking. You got a red carpet, you got this, that, and the third. You got the VIP seating. Special people perform that's getting awards, not the people that's not getting awards. It's like we doing the same thing here. There's a vote on what's the most popular thing. So now they get into this whole CCM stuff, and that's more like a pop version. Like R&B has R&B, and then there's pop, right? There's rap, and then there's like pop rap. So in the gospel industry, there's authentic gospel music in a sense, like Negro spiritual sound and stuff, traditional. And then you have this more like a Hillsongish type of thing, and it's not like grit. It's not like you got to feel it in the room and stuff. It is more like strings and everybody guitar, everybody sing along, which is cool. Yeah. Okay, right? It's more like it's more
the praise worship.
Yeah, it's like a Backstreet Boys type thing, and then after a while, church is like, yo, we need to start doing that. So there's this whole big old conflict. But what starts to happen is people like Kurt was smart enough. He tapped into that secular industry while always maintaining being a gospel artist. Ty Tribbett, kind of same thing. He tapped into everything new. Ty kind of figured it out. We got the victory, little go. And then all the church people was mad because these guys driving Benzes and they got luxury private cars, jets, big cribs and stuff. They on the out with Glorilla and stuff. They like, whoa, blah 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 blah. So the one dude just came out and was like, listen, the bag is in CCM. That's basically what he was trying to say. The bag is there. And this other thing, the bag ain't there as much. And everybody's all pissed off. And I'm sitting there like, I kind of tried to told y'all this was going to happen. Because we're not honest about, are you doing it for the bag? Or are you doing it for a certain purpose? And the purpose don't always have a bag with it. Right? Bags don't always have to have purpose other than I'm trying to get the bag. That's the purpose of me doing it, because I'm trying to get the bag. Right? That's honest though.
That's brutally honest. And I don't think a lot of folks, especially in that world, want to hear that.
They don't want to hear it.
So we opening up some boxes right now. We opening up some boxes, and hold on. So before we go any further, I just want to say we did messed around, and I guess the man's hands were itching or something because he in the comments right now.
My God,
I said, hold on, wait a minute. What is he? Mahalia Jackson was my sperm donor's first cousin. I was too young to know her, but I met her as a baby. Okay.
Here we go.
Talk like Oprah. He got a story for everything. That boy been all around the block.
Hey man,
what's up with you, Jill? We see you too, my friend.
So so the thing is, what? Go ahead. No, I can't see it.
You said real pimps choose both. Okay, let me change the comments so they got a little background on them.
No, he's right. Look what he said. Cat Williams said real pimps choose both. But he's on it, dude. I met Kurt Franklin years ago back in LA, like early 2000s. And I'm laughing at this guy because I'm like, he gets it. Like, he has I ain't gonna keep going. That's a whole nother thing where Kevin Hart got him with that whole dworking. Kevin Hart got him and didn't even mean to. Sorry. Let me just leave that alone.
It's too late. We've already gone down all kind of paths right now, and we already in whatever trouble we want to be in.
I don't agree with everything, right?
It's all good.
So what I was going to say is what my guy Jazzy Jeff said back in the day, and I use this when people say, "Dude, this is a true story." My uncle had passed away, right? And we're at the repast. Now I just did his eulogy. We at the repast, and a guy, another preacher that knows me from back in the day, he always wanted to be a Dame Dash or something like that. So at the repast, now we 5 hours after the funeral, but everybody just chilling. So now he comes up and some kid, I'm like, this kid wasn't here for the whole funeral nor the repast. But then, my guy comes over with the kid and he's like, oh yeah, now this is just a side note. Now I don't want to impose on your day, but you got to check his demo out and stuff. And I'm sitting there like, this guy's still in 1989, bro. And I'm looking at him and I had to give him the real. And I'm like, let me ask you, what exactly do you want from me? And I said in a nice tone, nice way, whatever. I'm looking at the kid and the kid's like, yeah, like my stuff ain't like nobody else's. I said, did you put it out yet? And he was like, nah, I'm trying to get it played. I know you know the right people. And I'm like, dude, you like 15 years off. There's no right people for me to go take your stuff to.
Wow.
So he's looking at me and I'm like, what's your Instagram? He got 800 followers. So I'm like, did you ever put your stuff on Instagram?
Yeah, they're barking
800 followers tells you. Then I show him 2 Spanish girls that I know that are fire. They got 20,000 people following. And on TikTok, they got hundreds of thousands of people. So I asked him what his TikTok was. And I was just like, I said, let me just help you out. I said, we're not going to sit here and argue, is your stuff dope or not? I said, let me tell you what Jazzy Jeff told me, and I'll take this for life. He said, this is hot, that's fat, that's the ish, and that'll sell. Right? I'm pretty sure and Doc can back me up on this. Doc can tell you, Doc will have a camera in his house that's the best camera out of all of us influencers. But he'll be honest and say the Ozbot will sell the most because it's more universal for everybody. And only those of us who know is going to even attempt to buy his most expensive camera on sale. But to the average person, they're not interested because the Ozbot thing, whatever that new PTZ y'all be using, it's as good as this camera that I'm using right now. Or better in some cases. So it's like, we're not arguing that. So I'm telling the kid, I'm like, you can explain to me how great your stuff is, but if it's not sellable, right? I was just like, I can't do nothing for you. So I'm just like, I got stuff that I think is the best thing and it's better than yours, better than this person, that person, but I can't be mad. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I can't be mad if it's not sellable. If people want round glasses, you can be like, oh, these Metas, they can record. People like, no, but I like the white ones.
Yeah.
It's my cameras. Remember I told you about my camera, right? Yeah. My cheapest professional camera is wrapped in red. I can have a $5,000 camera on one side and a $2,000 camera on the other side. You know what the young girls say? Take it with the red one.
Wow. I don't know why. It just looked better. Right? I'm like, but this one got 61 megapixels. No,
this one only got 40. They like, but I like the red one.
We want that one.
This got a $300 lens on there I bought used. This the G70, 200, this special in the Boca. They like, no, I like the red one. Okay, I take it with the red one. So I'm looking at the kid like, yo, your stuff ain't sellable. And he's looking at me. And I'm like, this is the first time he ran into the truth. It's not sellable. But I'm not going to disrespect you and say it's not hot. I'm like, you don't have to convince me. I said, I'm going to take your word for it that this is your passion. This is what you want to do. But I'm like, it's the proof is it's not sellable. And the only person that can disagree with me and prove it is somebody that knows how to sell ice to an Eskimo.
Yeah.
And so you need to find the person that can sell ice to an Eskimo to get the unsellable sold. Because until then, the majority is not feeling that. And so
let me ask this. So are you telling that person to give up on what they're doing? And again, I'm just coming out here devil's advocate. Are you telling them to give up on what they're doing or be open to feedback and criticism and just real debate that you need to change up your game a little bit? Right? You think you got this hot, but you got 800 followers. You got only 800 people that are only 10% of the time looking at your stuff. I may not know everything, but these are some things that you could be doing to get better. talk to some of these other folks instead of just talking to folks around you. I mean, there's got to be a way to help that person get better.
I hear you. So here's the only problem with creativity.
Come on.
Or especially from the music community. The issue with that becomes this. Now you're being shaped. Your authenticity now is being shaped by the consumer. Right? So if the consumer is dictating to you what's going to sell, you got to go to, like, when back in the day and even to now, when you sell a record, whether that's digital now or back in the day when it was physical, when you sell it, when we sold platinum, that's 1 million people bought the record.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure 1 million people had different ideas, and out of those millions of people, at least a certain percentage is going to say, I think there's only 3 great songs on that album, and all the rest of them sucked. But then there's another percentage of people that the songs that they said suck, that's their favorite songs, and the ones that they think everybody like is that. So the problem with being shaped by the consumer, right? Like, some people build a product. Somebody said this, solve the problem, right? That's a business, solve the problem. So if nobody knows how to look into their screen and give eye contact, then somebody makes a teleprompter. Right. And I almost swear that Elgato copied off of what I did. It's like, no, I can't prove that.
Boy, you talking it now, boy. Yeah.
This setup that I got right here, I've been had that. And then all of a sudden Elgato comes out with their joint. And I'm just like, mine is still better because it's not the USB all in. But anyway, I'm just saying it solved the problem. So when you solve a problem, that's it. You started from the consumer. But if you're just like, hey, I got an idea, I'm sitting in my corner and I play the melody and everybody's like, damn, that's fire. Oh, and you keep doing it and everybody's like, I like this, I like that, I like that. Then you don't have to adjust to the consumer. So either you start right to the consumer or you do you and the consumer happens to like it. If you stuck, that kid was stuck because nobody's liking his stuff. That's why he's stuck, but he thinks it's fire. And I'm just like, hey, you have to look at what the consumer's doing, because your frustration now is the consumer. Think about photographers. I ran into photographers that don't have no followers on Instagram. This dude had 3 Leica cameras and all his pictures was fire. He had about 500 people following him on Instagram, and I swear he got better pictures than I could ever take. But he's not out there saying, I want 1 million followers off of my pictures. Because he's going to have to adjust, because most people don't understand the quality of his film cameras. They don't care about that. They want instant result.
So does he stop doing what he's doing because if he's being true to himself, does he stop doing what he's doing even though he only has 1, 2, 3, 500 followers or subscribers?
Nope. That's the thing. He's not going to stop. See, notice what I'm saying here. That guy's not concerned about whether you like it or not.
Yeah. And I'm just going to say, and Keith knows this, and what's funny is Tallboy knows what I'm doing too, right? Because we preaching the exact same thing. It just sounds so good when Keith said, when someone else says it. I'm feeding and I'm baiting, because I say identical stuff every single day as well. And Tallboy's in the back right now, just like picking at the scab here.
What's up, Tallboy?
Because I'm loving this conversation to hear someone else on a different plane say very similar, right? If you feel don't get too full of yourself. Be open to the conversation, be open to the dialogue, and make sure that you're solving the right problem.
All right, James, here's your hang up. Let's go to this gospel music thing.
Let's go, brother. Let's go.
The guy that pissed everybody off, I don't know all the names, the characters in here, but this one record exec in the gospel music industry that ticked everybody off. Here's what he said that made everybody mad. He said, don't nobody want to hear all that riffing and stuff.
All these runs. We don't need all these runs.
All these runs and stuff. And there's the problem. So I give it to you this way. Kelly Price, Faith Evans, Mary J. Blige. Some of y'all gonna fight me on this, but try to get what I'm saying. Kelly Price, Faith Evans, Mary J. Blige. Not Faith Evans at DMX's funeral. Not that Faith Evans. The other Faith Evans. I'm gonna leave that alone. But Kelly Price, if the 3 of them had to sing the national anthem, Kelly Price is going to smash it.
Yeah.
in their heyday, Faith Evans will be second to smash it. Mary J. Blige is most unlikely to smash it. But when you look at success and record sales, Mary is at top, then Faith, then Kelly. You know why? Because Mary's voice is more relatable and singable to the average sister in America. Faith, I remember the way. She sang with the Clark sisters. That's a little unreachable for Tina. And then when you get to Kelly Price, that's unreachable for the good singing black girl, because you ain't got the pipes as Kelly. And then let's not add in Kim Burrell, but let's flip it over.
Okay.
Kim Burrell's going to sell less than Kelly. Kelly's going to sell less than Faith, and Faith is going to sell less than Mary, because Mary has the more relatable, I can sing right along and sound like Mary.
So, right. And again, Mary been through some things that's been out in the public, so more relatable story. And, she dealing with Sean Diddy, and, she has all that stuff that we still get a lot of love for Mary. So, that helps like with her too.
Yeah, it's like we get mad, but it's like, oh, Brian, they can't sing as good as so-and-so. You're right. But you know what? Billie Eilish sells a lot more records than some of your favorite singing artists.
Goodness.
Right? Think about it. You understand what I'm saying? The boy groups, Boyz II Men crushes everybody, literally, from that era. Backstreet Boys ain't had nothing on Boyz II Men to me, but they're going to sell, right? Because it's a little bit more relatable. So with the gospel music industry, that's what happened with CCM. CCM was more sellable, not better. But the problem is, if you are after the bag, then you're arguing, thinking that it's better because it's making more money. And then you're arguing to say it's not better, but you're mad because you're not getting the bag. And the whole thing is, the bag is just not there for all of them riffs.
And if you're chasing that bag, you may not be being true to yourself.
Yeah.
And you may just be out there trying to appease everybody that's out there. I bring that up because Doc came through with it right there. He's out here doing what he does. I'll paraphrase. He's doing what he does based on his desire and his intent, as opposed to chasing numbers. He's not out here for the bag. He could have all the plaques that he wants to now, but he's doing his thing, being real conscious about it. He's almost pivoted his entire. So I'm bringing it into perspective just for the folks in the comments here. He's pivoted his channel into doing something different for the last 30 days. I'm not sure if you've been watching, right? He's a Final Cut guy who's now gone into DaVinci. So completely different from what he's been doing. And he's been learning that on the fly, learning that live. And it may not be sexy to everyone, but it's giving him joy and it's bringing value to his community, and it's growing incrementally, but it's growing the right way. He could stand up proud for the content that he's putting out for these past 30 days about this particular topic, even though it's not necessarily about lights, cameras, and those types of things. So,
and that's almost like one of those, I'm not diving into the terminology, but niching down. Like, I think everybody needs to do a cycle of niching down, and then you can niche up or down, whatever, right? But you niche down, and like me, I learned to stop arguing cameras, right? I think I told you about when I went out, somebody was like, "Oh, you see the new the A2 and stuff," and I've grown to a point where I'm like, yo, I literally can just walk out the house with the A7C, and I'm good. I can do everything that I do with the other cameras, right? So I've grown to the point that I understand the photographers that got multiple cameras, and depending on what the gig is, you grab the right camera for the right job. And then I think I told you I started grabbing my A7 IV more than I grabbed the A7 V-R and the A7C-R. A7C-R always keeping the bag with me. Same thing with the drones. My Neo, I broke my Neo, and I broke the Neo. So you're right. I sent that in the DJI, got it right back to me. I was like, thank God.
Oh, you got the insurance? Okay.
Yeah, I had insurance. And people was like, I only paid $19, shipped it out, got it fixed, whatever. So they're like, people were like, and And then you can fly it with the goggles that I got from my Avata too.
Go
You
ahead.
can put the goggles on there and fly it and stuff. So, I do different gigs with that. I just pulled a Neo out and I'm doing video for people and they're like, oh, you ain't used the other one, the $1,000 drum? Like, nah, you ain't feel like it's too much. The Pro is too much. I take the little $200, $299 joint, take it off my hand, fly it, mix it in with the meta glasses and the Osmo. Cha-ching, done. It's like, you don't have to do all of that. So I'm not out here trying to argue, you got to put this on the gimbal and do this and do that. And you got to set the f-stop and all that. I'm like, dude, that's
too much.
Like amateurs do that stuff. Amateurs argue that. I just started shooting manual just because I felt like it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Go back to what you just said. I'm sorry. I know you was on the roll. What? Say that again.
I just started shooting manual because I feel like I'm always
about the amateurs thing. Say that one more time for the people in the back of the room.
What did I just say?
You said worried about all the specific nuances instead of just going out there and creating, instead of just going out there and doing it. That's something that amateurs do.
Oh yeah, so I moved so the amateur stage is having a pissing match. Like this the best thing. When I roll up, I love it because I wrap the cameras. Yeah. The cameras are wrapped. So when I go and do a photography gig and it's like 4 photographers there, you always tell the new guy that's like, he wants to have a who's got the biggest stick in the room type conversation. Like, oh, what Sony is that? And I'm sitting there like that. The other guys, we looking at each other like that's the dumbest question to ask in a room. We supposed to be getting shots, and you want to have a pissing match over who's got the best camera. So I sit there. I'm like, oh, it's an A7 IV. Oh yeah, I got the A7 R5. I was like, oh yeah, that's what this white one is. I'm like, so then I'm gonna piss you off now. What lens is that? Oh, that's the Sigma 72. I got the G Master Mark II. Since that's what we doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you ever try to compact?
We gonna beat our chest. Since we gonna beat our chest.
If you ain't in the room with an A1, go sit down somewhere. That's the only thing topping what I got in my hand, right? So I'm saying that to say this. Once you get past that amateur stage of having a pissing match over the equipment and stuff like that, you just learn to get the job done. My most used lens is that, remember I told you, the 55.
Yeah.
The Sony 55 1.8. Mm-hmm. I use that all the time. I bought that for $300.
Long time ago.
That thing is old. And that just nails stuff. When it's dark in the room, I pull that out. You see what I'm saying? That's it. In my 35, I'm done. I'm Gucci, man. Flashes. Dude, I got that little small T30 TTL thing. I put that thing on top, pow, pow, pow. I'm walking around shooting with that. And that's my creative level right now. And so the other stuff, I have to force myself to actually use the bigger just because I have it and then relearn and understand why. But where I was going at with manual, I was using aperture priority because that made sense for everything. Yeah, I know I want bokeh or I know I don't want bokeh. So you just set it to 5 point or you down to the 1.4 stop, whatever. And then aperture setting. And then it was just like, who said it? Professor Hines in New York. You know who Professor Hines is?
Mm-mm.
Y'all look him up. Instagram, Professor Hines. He's a Zeiss. Doc already knows. I ain't got to tell Doc. Professor Hines is a ambassador for Zeiss lenses, right? His pictures are crazy, phenomenal fire. He messed everybody up at the B&H joint, the B&H thing on the street walk. And he said, why are y'all wasting time doing all this when you asked for these features and you got aperture priority on the camera? He was like, because it actually keeps your stuff more consistent. Now, I didn't know how to argue it the way he said it until I saw him say that on one of my homies. They were streaming it when they went on a walk with him. And everybody was shocked, like, you use aperture priority? He was like, yeah, depending on what I'm doing, it keeps everything consistent. Look what he uses.
He uses R gear.
See that? That's your camera up there.
He uses R gear.
Right? This dude puts it on the A. I've been places where people was like, oh, you don't shoot manual. And I got pissed with people saying that enough that I started shooting manual. I know why to shoot manual, but I'm like, I can argue why the aperture priority just takes care of that. Like, you don't, it's one less thing you have to worry about. So it's like semantics, man. It's not even that deep. It's not that deep.
I love it.
People be doing it. Professor Hines is the truth, man. His pictures be crazy. What's my boy Doc say down there?
He said,
I put it on the small screen.
Let's see. Amateurs, damn that. Honey is hot. We should holler at her. Wait, hold on. What's he talking about? Amateurs argue and pros work. Very true. Very true. My wife just got a commission check for. See, he did.
See that? Hey, listen to this. What's crazy with him? So Doc got them Fujis. You know, I still want one. I don't need one. And with my A7C, I just didn't get a Fuji. But at the end of the day, like, Doc already knows the Fujis. I've been in places with people with the Fujis. Man, they put their little settings on there. They shooting JPEG. Pictures coming out fire. I mean, you want to get pissed off, be in the room with somebody. What's the camera, Doc? It's the X what? It's the 1000 or something like that. The one he just got.
I'm not laughing at him.
Yo, it's one dude. My boy name is Jimmy Lenz, right? He walks around with that X 1000 Fuji joint. Doc's about to put in the comments, say, what is it? It's the X, the one that you couldn't even get it for a minute. And Doc went live.
Yeah,
he got the old one and the new one.
The X100, I think. There. Is that the one? The X100?
The X100 pissing everybody off. Doc was like, oh yeah, I just got the newest one. Then he got the old one and the new one. Man, jokers that got them, they set they little they LUT inside the camera, whatever. That's it. They snapping. It's gravy. It's everything I'm gonna go home in Lightroom and do. They do it in one snap.
Hey,
you see what I'm saying, dude? Like, there's people out here arguing what's better, and you can be next to somebody with that X100, the whatever version, the old one that Doc got or his newest one, and I'm around people with the old one, not even the newest one. They got the older version
with just non-interchangeable lens, right? And just killing them in there.
Killing it.
With the same 35mm lens and just pow.
Then I'm gonna do a black and white. I'm gonna do a cinematic, nostalgic look. Boom.
You know,
and people like, can I get the picture? I'm like, I'm gonna send it to you as soon as I get home. My man with the Fuji, he like, oh, let me pop this over to you. And I'm like, this little mother.
I think Fuji gonna overtake, and I don't know what I'm talking about, baby, but you know, Sony just came out with their new $3,600 camera, 35mm built-in lens. And when I saw that, because we've been kind of waiting on that. I was waiting on that one too. I wanted to get that for some trips, and I was like, come on, $3,500. Yeah, Fuji.
After what I did to my little baby, my A7CR, man, I got that thing. I've had Fuji people walk up to me like, oh, I like what you did to that Sony. That is great. And I'm honest. I was like, well, you know, I told the Leica people and the Fuji people, I'm like, well, because I couldn't afford that Leica, I had to make mine feel like a Leica. And I put my little pancake lens on there with the hood from Polar Pro and put my little thing on there. I wrapped it and the thing looks sexy. It's a compact camera.
Yeah.
It works for me. But no, that Sony one, I was like, oh, that's a hard pass, bro.
Hold on.
That's
yeah, Doc is right. 5,000.
You see how much that camera costs? So here's my problem with influencers, right?
That's a used car, right? That's a Datsun right there, boy.
So listen, you're not even going to begin to argue to me better.
No, it ain't.
The word better in that camera. I'm not even gonna argue. That's a Zeiss lens. It's probably fire. Here's the thing with Instagram. It's like this a guy. He had the Osmo versus his Sony G Master 2470 with a Polar Pro, filter on it, and blah blah blah. And he did the side by side. And one dude came in the comment section. He was like, "I'm not trying to hate on your post." He said, "But let's just keep it 100." Instagram is compressing the hell out of the image, and you actually cannot honestly get a proper comparison. And he's like, to your argument, And most people, if they're wise enough, the Osmo looks just as good, if not better. And or you can't tell the difference between the $600 setup and the $6,000 setup on Instagram. And here's the problem. If all your clients, like most of my clients, they want it for Instagram.
Right.
I asked them, do you want it for YouTube and or Instagram? When they say Instagram, dude, my brain goes to Meta glasses, Osmo, and a Sony without S-Log. I ain't even shoot no daggone S-Log my behind. I'm like, bing, done. Mix. I'm gonna mix an iPhone in that joint.
Yeah, if you're not hanging it up in a studio somewhere in a gallery,
bro. I've not had one person, and I'm talking video, right? I've not had one person say to me, this ain't quality, or the quality's not matching. Not one. Not one. Not one. I've rendered stuff mixed in with iPhone, Osmo, Neo, Drone Neo, not the Pro 3,
okay,
not the Avata, Neo.
The little handheld one. the one that fits in your pocket.
That little thing. And it's like, oh, I love the overhead shot, the zoom up. And I'm
How'd you get that?
Nice.
How'd you get that? I know. You're like, I know.
Ain't no Pro filter on there, nothing. I ain't got filter nothing on there.
That's straight out the camera. That's
straight out the camera. Straight out.
Listen, the majority of the photo and even the video that I took in Africa were from my glasses.
Wow. Well, I was done with you in New York. When we was in New York, and I was a Meta hater. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I wasn't a pure hater on the Meta glasses, but James, Hicks actually, took a little silencer and put it on the tip of some metal he had in his pocket and said, you gonna like these Meta glasses. And I went and bought a pair. And so I was a believer after we were up. So James, his wife, my wife, and I, we were up way on top of this high building, right? And I was trying to get the pictures and stuff, but James got all the footage right here with his glasses. And when he sent me the footage, I used the footage and looked at it and was like, oh, this is great. I did not say, oh, you should have had your Sony camera. Oh, you should have had an Alexa. You should have had a filter on there. He went right out the glasses and it was fire. So yeah, I be using my Metas now. So James Hicks is the reason why I use Meta glasses now. There it is. I said it.
I'm using that for all kind of marketing material. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be cut up in about 2 hours and be all over the internet. Just so you know. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be all over the internet.
They clutch, man.
Yeah.
I don't like the Oakleys though.
No, I'm not an Oakley dude. I'm not even worried about getting those.
They got it cut in this way. I was like, then they got them in white. I like it because they got them in white, but they messed up putting it looks stupid and the big old Oakley sign on there. Boo, Oakley, y'all messed up.
Yeah, we're not getting it. We gonna stick with these. We gonna keep riding the wave with these. Shout out to them. I'm not a Zuckerberg fan, but that's why I'll never get any brand deals with them. But I'm gonna stay with them.
And now the Instagram went to that 3:4 format, right? That is perfect because that's what format the glasses are in.
Right out the box.
It's the same thing. Yeah. So so some people don't know this, you don't need to make the whole long form on all of your reels, right? Especially when you're doing from clients. You can mix your pictures right in on the timeline. If you make your timeline in your video software, if you make the timeline in that 3:4 format, you can just place the stuff over as is. And merge it and move it, because on the top and the bottom on the reels, you get that space.
This man dropping, right? Y'all better write this down. He telling you some behind the scenes right here.
I mean, I do. So if I use my camera and I do video with the actual camera, then I'll make everything else conform to that 9:16.
Yeah.
But if I'm not, if I go and work and do reels for a client and I just take pictures and the majority of the video that I need is off of the Metas, I'll cheat this. Sometimes I take it with the camera, record with the meta, and then sync it up. But I'll actually use the meta footage and just take the audio from the camera and dub that in for better quality.
Hold on, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
But now your video, your reel actually leaves space for if people want to put on their stories and you need to put captions and stuff under it. That way the eye is concentrated on that 3/4 space rather than the whole thing. Because what most people don't know on their phones, you have to tap it to get all the words away from it to see the whole long format. And the average person, the average person doesn't really take time to do that. So they're looking at the description down here, the likes and stuff on the side, all that stuff is in the way, and your concentration point is down here. So they're missing all the quality down here. So if you just leave it at the 3/4, you gravy. You don't have to do that, but for lazy people like me, that's a little cheat sheet.
No, that's that extra effort right there. That's that creative consultant mind right there. Now, what are you doing? Are you using Edits to do that? Because Edits is trying to do some things. The app.
So
they keep making updates.
See, Doc pisses me off because if I see Doc do something like DaVinci, then I'm be like, I think I'm gonna try it now. Right? Well,
he's saying it's temporary.
He says temporary
because he's a purist, right? He's part of the cult of Mac, like I am. We got old Steve Jobs memorabilia. I think he gonna go back.
Another capture moment. Confession. Doc Rock is the reason why I got the A7 IV. Yeah, Doc's the reason why I got the A7 IV, because I had the A7C, but it was Doc. Because when Doc was talking about their camera coming out, I picked his brain on why would I need a professional camera in X, Y, and Z? And it was actually Doc. Yeah, I got the A7 IV because Doc. That's when I jumped into it. And then I got wind of the 70-200. I was about to get the old one. And then Doc was mentioning the newer one was coming out. And I was like, oh, I'll wait for that. And that's when I got the 70-200. So yeah, so you on the Meta glasses and Doc on the A7 IV. I got the A7 IV because listening to Doc and picking his brain.
Every time we all talk amongst ourselves, somebody's stock goes up and somebody's wallet gets a little bit lighter. Folks, I talked with Keith 3 days ago, and we started talking about Amaran lights. I don't need no more lights. I don't need Amaran is the truth for sure. And I got some contacts at Amaran, but here we go. Amaran Verge Max on the way.
That Verge Max is cute.
I got no problem with these. There may
like
be some
the
lights.
Real estate, man. You get.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say there may be some lights for sale, and before you know it, because I haven't bought anything in a while. And then next thing you know, like I said, I talked to Keith 3 days ago, and that's just what we do. That's just what we do.
And there you be.
There we be. Mr. Riley's in the building. Talk about good conversation. Upgraded my eye prescription. I've been thinking about the Metas. Get them. Don't even think twice. Go to your Lens Crafters or wherever. Put your prescription in them. Get it done. Get it done.
You know how much sense they make, man. The Metas, the sense that they make. I still see guys still trying to put the chest mount, cameras and stuff.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
To get it. And when you really get down to it, you like mixing that video in, like, so my wife gets on me because I like to do photos. I don't like to do video editing. Like I got a guy in Texas that there's one client that I have. I only go in, I do a 2-camera setup and I record footage. I mic the people, light the people, record it. I do nothing else. I upload it to a drive and the kid does all the other work for that client, for a salon. Cause I'm like, I only did the contract because I'm like, I don't have time to sit down and do it. But they're like, no, we like the way you do your reels, like the one you do with Tina and stuff. And I'm like, that's feel. That's how I do music. That's why I was never that producer where it's like, if I don't feel the artist, I don't really do it. And that doesn't mean that the artist is not good. It's just like, I can't really offer nothing to you because I have to feel it in the room. I have to understand it. If it's something that I have to do that I don't like, that's when I'm working. You know, I used to work at the post office. It's not that I like mail. It's like I'm working because I got to eat, right? I did construction with my dad. It ain't because I like dirt and like running backhoes and track hoes and, you know, loaders loading. You understand what I'm saying? Right. I got to eat. But this is a creative space. So just because I got a camera, I don't just be like going to every event. I have to feel like, what kind of event is it? What is it? You know, if not, I can send you to somebody that kid, all he wants to do is go in and go pop, upload and be out. Me, I got to see how it adds value. So even when I work, I don't look like a photographer. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not walking around with the black Skechers on and the old JCPenney suit.
You ain't wearing that?
You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that.
I gotta look
sexy.
Up? How you show up? How you show up?
Hold fast, brother. Hold fast.
How you show up?
That's how I do gigs. You understand what I'm saying? They want to know where I get my suit from. They want to know what kind of shoes then, what kind of hat is that? I like your glasses. Like, that's my style, and that's what I do. People think that my camera strap is like a piece of garment or something. Like, that's why I'm tight with Matt Swaggart, like at Holdfast. That's my peoples there. You know, they make sure I got the ones that match the Jordans, you know what I mean? So I come in the room and it's like, it's obvious it's a camera strap, but I like, even when I put the cameras away after I'm done working, it's like, it's fashion, right? That's just my style, because I want to fit in the room, right? And then, so if I really build on this as a business, then I'm kind of debating on, do I want my team to pick up on the essence of me, or do I need to create a team to just be photographers? And I'm like, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm more into something where it's just like, yo, fit in the room, because people act different. I get better pictures because people feel like they know you. So I'm staying at the bar having a drink like that right there. That was at a 10th year anniversary for a salon. So I'm walking around looking like that. And when you put the camera down, it's like, oh, I like your outfit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You just blend in anyway, high fashion, right?
Yeah. And you want to make people not say the camera guy, but they know it is the camera guy, but it's just like, are you just here with your camera, or are you working the event? You know, I don't want nobody looking at me, oh, yard boy. Summons here, sir. Take this picture.
Can you bring me a drink? Yeah, can you bring?
Yeah.
I'm working the bartender. Lord,
I'll be having the cougars like, oh, can I take a picture with you? I mean, they get a couple of drinks in them. They be like, baby, come here. No, I don't. No, I want to get in the picture with you. And the mama pull their phone out and taking the selfie with me. Like, I want a picture with the camera guy. I was like, all right. You know, and then in that moment,
let me get your Instagram.
I have my dot. I have my dot on my wrist or on the back of my phone. And they like, I need you for my 80th birthday party. Here you go, baby.
Here you go, baby. Tap that right there. Tap that NFC right quick. I came with you.
Let me tap that real quick.
Oh my God, I came with you. This brother, Keith, I know. Hey, Keith be killing them. What I know. I ain't mad at you though.
Hey man, I'll be tapping them cougars. You hear what I say? I'll be like, shout out to all the photographers. You better tap them cougars, boy. They got that bread. They be like, baby, you know my 70th is coming up. I like that photographer. They daughters be coming over. My mom wants you to do my her 70th birthday party. You like, I got her. Just hit me up. Just hit me. Let me know your numbers.
Mm-hmm. Lord have mercy. I ain't mad at you, boy. But I'm gonna try not to get you in trouble. You know, you ain't gonna never get to do no more gigs. Like, oh, that's what you be doing? Oh yeah.
Boy, listen, I would have made some nice bread off of them cougars, boy.
Yeah, see, Doc said the same thing. Don't let. Yeah, see, don't let Tina.
Hey, Doc already know his sister DC. She almost be pimping me. She be like, he can do it. What's the dates? And she be getting her commission too. She be getting her commission. She be like,
she'd be right there with her Excel spreadsheet talking about this is the price. This is the price.
Hey, Y'all know how your girl is, right? It was one gig. I priced it, and then when they sent the money, I was like, yeah, they sent $250 more. She said, oh yeah, I did the something she did in the invoice. She was like, I'm like, I made 800. She like, no, you made 6. You owe me 2. Damn.
I don't take no Cash App. I don't take no Venmo.
Bruh,
I want it tonight, right now.
Y'all girl be like, nah.
Hey, I know, and again, that's why I keep this on point.
Let's be clear, okay?
I keep that close all the time, just in case. So okay, we got a couple of comments. People was asking. So Tallboy was asking about any AI tools that you use. What you using? You coming straight out of Lightroom with a lot of your stuff, though, right?
Oh, what, for the photos?
Yeah.
Man, so my thought pattern from that Fuji example is like this. If you get it right at the beginning, you don't have to do too much on the back end. Like, I used to do all that editing stuff, like digging in and stuff. But then once that generative AI feel started coming in, I was like, if you got to rely on that, you kind of ain't that dope as a creative.
Yeah.
Right. I notice I'm not going to say photographer, because there are many types of things. A wedding photographer, and my guy that works at City Hall, he needs Evoto AI. Like he don't have time. He got to go into the council chambers and shoot a ton of pictures. He got to upload it, and he got to hit one button to fix white balance, all that, smooth skin out and everything. And he got to turn that in by 3 PM. So he needs to have that. He has an AI tool that some of y'all know about this software. You do a certain amount of pictures, turn them in, and the AI actually understands your style, and it knows how to attack each picture with your style. And Lightroom is about to come out with something that does that a little bit, but it'll figure out your style. To answer Tallboy's question, I made my own presets in Lightroom. I tailored them and fixed them, and I just do like a simple like mask, separate the people from the background, and just do like a one light touch. My process, if I go do an event and the event's over at 10, I get home at 11, I can have pictures to the clients before 1 o'clock in the morning. That's how I streamline my process. I use those CF Express cards now.
Have to. Well,
dude,
you have to. If you care about if you care, mess around and all you got to do is lose a card one time.
The what's the names don't take it, right? So the R5 and the 4, the 4 only takes the top, and the R5, my R5 takes both. But when I got that from Pro Digital, dude, I didn't understand how fast the drive was. Like that little cart, I had 1,000 pictures, and by the time I put it in there and hit upload, I turned around, the thing was done. So it's better than those the regular memory cards, right? So even if you got a Sony Tough and all of that stuff, I just wish my A7C, I wish the A7C would come out with being able to put the CF Express cards in it.
Probably the next one, but I mean, I use OWC because I work with them a lot as well. But again, you're gonna pay for it, but it's one of those things, you get what you pay for.
Yeah,
you get what you pay for.
And to fully answer his question, like he's saying, I don't do much. I shoot in RAW. That's another thing, man. It's funny, all the cats that be coming in. Oh, the white balance. I get it for video if you don't have a Ninja and you're not, going right through the camera into RAW, whatever. But it's like when you shooting photo, just put the damn camera in RAW if you're doing an event, and you can take care of the white balance later. It literally takes me like a second to fix that. I've been in rooms where you turn this way, the white balance is doing that. You turn that way, is doing that. And the knucklehead in the room that's trying to set the white balance for this is like, well, dumb, you got to do it again if you turn that way. You got like, and if you do a custom white balance, you kind of screw, because you're going to have to change that too, because your custom is only set for when you turn that way, but the lights are different on that side of the room. So you just shoot in RAW, right? So you shoot in RAW, you upload it into Lightroom, and then you do your simple, whatever your edit style is.
Yeah, whatever your presets or your profiles are.
Yeah, and so the camera, inside the camera itself, when you shoot in RAW, you can set the format. So I have 3 settings on the camera. So if I have a client that wants everything for Instagram or for reels and I'm mixing photos, I put it on my memory 3 and it's 16:9. If it's somebody needs square, I got a square and black and white setting, and then I have the regular 3:4. So you come in Lightroom, it shows you everything in the 3:4. If you say original, then it'll go to the full 2:3. But as far as editing, I keep it simple, man. I only do one color thing or black and white, and only for certain clients that if I do experiments with me and Tina and people like, I like the picture that you did with this or that, the third, I have other LUTs that I use, and that's the only time I give that to people. Other than that, nah, I just
And
I
that,
keep
that
it simple.
keeps I was gonna say, and that keeps your stuff looking like you as well.
Yeah.
Consistent across all your different projects and customers that you work with, right? By not going out and trying to do a whole bunch of different things every single time you get a client or every single time you get an event. So that's dope right there. Doc was saying,
He just texted me too.
he
I'm looking at
said he
something.
tried to I just tried something from Papua New Guinea.
See, that's the problem with Doc. The problem with Doc is I trust this stuff that he talks about because I know he knows it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me advice to people, man. Make sure you have trusted sources before you jump. me and my son was just talking about this today. There's certain people I never question what they talking about. It's just a decision of do I want it or not. Like I don't need the Osbots, the cameras, right? When I seen most of my peoples in the Ecamm community talking about it, I'm like, it's no doubt that they're good. Like Doc doesn't have to prove to me that the new iPhone looks better than my A7 IV. I'm not even gonna argue. I'm like, all right, I believe you already, or that a Nan light is just as good, if not better than the Aperture. I don't need to argue that. I got it. The problem is when people hear that from other people that try it, and then it's like you messing all your stuff up off of somebody that they don't do that. Right? You understand what I'm saying? Like when it's like this ain't really what you do, or it's not evidence that that's what you on. I'm not. You got to tune that out, or you'll never get anywhere. Right? So something you said earlier, like we know this, you, me, Tallboy, Doc, a few other people, Kevin. I see. Shout out to Kevin, my boy Cox in here. I see you
in the building.
Yeah, you'll hear certain people go through stuff and talk about stuff, and it's just like, why are you changing that, or why are you asking me about this or that product? Like, if you already on Nanlite, you don't need to go get Aperture, right? Or Amaran. If you already on Aperture and Amaran, you don't need to go Nanlite. Like, that's just my opinion on it. Like, you don't need, if you already shoot in Nikon, you don't need to go Sony unless you really have your why.
Okay.
No,
well,
feel what I'm saying.
I'm messing with you. Yeah.
Yeah, the girl that I shoot with, shout out to my buddy Crystal Bailey. She has, when she does events, big events, she has her go-to people. She has a host of them, but at most events, it's myself and there's this girl named Bree. Bree, cute little light-skinned girl, camera bigger than her. She shoot Canon DSLR, not mirrorless. Canon DSLR. We both turn our pictures into our girl Crystal, and Crystal's brand has our pictures on it. And there's no distinction on this is better than that, that's that. We both have our styles of shooting, and we give the client what they want, and it's fine. She has been a Canon shooter, and she's not even a mirrorless. And me and her were talking. She was like, yeah, I was thinking about getting a mirrorless. And I'm like, I'm late. I was like, wait, and I picked the camera up. I was like, Jesus Christ, like this joint heavy. Like you walk around with this big heavy camera, and I'm like, I thought it was a mirrorless Canon. It's not mirrorless. It's DSLR. So I mean, to each his own. And so when I roll up on people, they're like, oh yeah, I'm tired of Canon. I just want to say to some people, like, don't get sucked into that. Like, if you know why you're tired of Canon, fine. But don't just be jumping ship. Look at Nikon. They about to come out with a better AI focus, like an autofocus something, whatever. But the Sony nails it. So I don't need to, just because something's better, I don't need that.
Just because it's the latest and greatest. Don't go there. You ain't got to. You ain't got to. Gretchen saying Canon girls rock though. You know, she old school Canon. Appreciate you for being here, sis. Look at it. I love it, man. Bruh, see, Been too long.
Hey, see, Doc got me looking at this. I don't even know how it's for Orico
What
Thunderbolt
y'all
4.
buying?
It's a 4-in-1 card reader. It's a Orico Thunderbolt 4-in-1 card reader.
Oh Lord, let's see.
That sounds see that's why I'm saying the trusted source is 4-in-1. So if it's doing CF Express and the regular and the micro, it's got all them joints. That's something that I would use, and it's speedy too.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm
it's
trying to
speedy.
find it. Is it the? It can't be this. No, that's an 8-in-1. $35
No,
on
he
Amazon.
sent me the link. It's one of
on
Doc's
Amazon?
links too.
Okay.
No, well, I don't know where it's at, but he sent me the link.
Oh, he didn't mess around. Hold on, he didn't mess around. And did a video on it.
Yeah, he did a whole video. You got it?
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah,
couldn't mess
he
around.
did a whole video. Now look. Here's what's crazy. You see his camera game on that?
He's
Look at
using
it.
the
Look at
same.
the depth of field.
He's still using the same camera that he's been using forever.
But look at it, right? The black mist filter probably. If he's still, because you can tell by that light in the back.
Yeah.
The black mist filter on there. Look at the depth of field, the lighting, the separation, all of that stuff. He don't need to fix nothing.
No, he's still using the same camera that he's. He's shooting it too. Ooh, he's shooting it in 60p. Okay, hold on. Let me go and change. Well,
That's dope. What lens is that? That's what I'm like. Is it 24? That's what 16. I want to think it might be a 16, but Doc, correct us on that. What lens is that you're using? Like I like it because it's got that wide type of situation going on.
I can guarantee. Well, I'm not gonna guarantee. He's in the comments. Come or you can come on screen, brother. He probably still using the ZV-10. Is it ZVE1, ZVE10? I can't remember the ZVs
Dude,
anymore.
I'm still
But he's probably
ZVE1. I'm still. Look, somebody came to my crib. They was like, "Dang, you got 7 cameras. Like, which one is that?" And I told them, I was like, "Man, I got my 51 broke finally. I got 151 over there. I still use the 51.
Wow.
A6100s. So it's 3 A6100s, a 6600, a ZVE10, and a 51. That's it. I'm never changing these things.
And you don't have to look how long you've been using the 51. So he's using the ZVE1 now, which is dope. And the Tamron 17 to 28. So Tamron, I think that has the USB slot where you can upgrade the firmware directly on the lens. So that's dope. But the fact that he's shooting in 4K 60, right? He's doing he's doing the Tom Buck thing. I love that. Yeah, bro. I love that.
It look good and clean too.
Yeah,
you see that?
I'm gonna rest around and go 60.
Look good and clean.
Hey, I got that fiber going now, so I can do those kind of things. That's right, I got that fiber in here. Miss Heel is in the building. Ana Heel.
Who?
Ana Heel is in the building. Hello.
Hey, how you doing there? Hey man, this technology. When I say a standstill, I really believe technology got to a crazy standstill in height, and it's those, I don't want to call them knuckleheads. It's those people that waste time, again, back to what I said, that try to do the comparison. Like now, what's that?
Up.
I mean,
never catch up.
Convenience is always going to win.
Hold on. That boy said, "Look at this." The boy said, "Look at the video from yesterday. Look at." Hold on. Let me zoom in on that man's head. Look at him. That boy clean right there.
See that? That boy. It's clean. Not hard. Look how long we've been doing this though, right? And you have people still trying to figure out how to go live to do stuff.
Look at that separation on that boy.
Is you can get it right, and that's been his MO since the pandemic.
Yeah, he got more patience. He got more patience than I do, and I've had the conversation with him, and I know I've had it with you, and I know I've had it with Tallboy as well. I'm kind of done having. I don't have that patience with folks anymore. Either get out of your own way or be ready to move, because we not sitting around anymore. But good Lord, Doc, you look good, brother. You look good.
Of course,
that's hot.
Hey, it's like with sound, right? I got over the sound stuff. I told you I got the Apollo the rack mount because I needed to make sure that the mics on the table had the same quality and I could throw the plugins in here. Some of my studio buddies came over and they said, yo, the air conditioner is running. And it ain't how you it don't get in the mic. And I was like, it's a plugin, bro. It's like, and I let them hear it, right? So when you put the headphones on, if the air is running, you'll hear the air go voo, right? And as soon as I cut the mic on, you hear it go voo. And like right now, I could be talking, the air could be running. It could be running loud. It's not super loud. It's just that you know you can hear it if you don't have the headphones on. You can hear it running, but it doesn't bleed. And I'm like, back in the day, you had to treat the room and build space double walls and all of that stuff. I'm like, ain't nobody got time to do that now. Right?
Not at all. Not at all.
I just set my expensive mic back up over there just because I wanted for the optics of a camera shooting a client in here. I'm like, man, I ain't changing these mics for what? I'm getting too old for that, man. I'm getting way too old.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give into this peer pressure that you told me, and I like the fact of, again, there is a why, right, for going with the Amaran Verges, because I do want to eliminate some of that physical space in the studio. So I will do that.
And that's a good why. I'm telling you, if I was running through Ecamm, I'll switch the camera now. But I'm gonna tell you, it is a good why. I forgot the guy. He's YCM somebody. He's a big YouTuber. Brown skin brother with the afro. He does like a lot of cinematic films and rap videos and stuff. And he's on Instagram too. He's real dope. But when I seen his advertisement, I was just like, and he gave it up. He was just like, here's my desk. And he was just like, trust me. And he showed the comparison and all. I was like, I need that, because now I can take the big domes. And the gig I got on Wednesday, my domes that I had in here, I'm taking them 200s out the room, set them up on the stand. I got to do a little, interview thing in a church or something.
Yeah.
Put them things up. I'm done. Like I'm cool.
I'm gonna reach out to, and Doc, no, I'm gonna reach out to Ben Moore from Amaran, like I said, and see if I can, because I hollered at him at, I think it was NAB or one of those conferences, and we got connected. So I'm gonna holler at him. So Doc is asking about my second brain. Right, let's get into this right here. It's essentially just a summary of what's jumping off on a particular video that's watching. So I can click on that, and it will use AI, log into ChatGPT, and it will summarize that particular video, give me the transcript, and give me a summary of what's going on. So I don't have to watch the whole video if I don't want to.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, so it's giving me every single thing that Doc is talking, all the highlights, all the bullet points that anyone is talking about on that particular video. And I can use that for research. I can use that for whatever. But again, if I don't want to sit and watch the whole 15 minutes.
Hey, all that quality work you put into that.
I know.
Lighting and everything. You going Chat GPT it. You going AI tool. You going AI tool a Doc video. Seriously, bro.
I'm gonna do the Google and
you going
find
summarize.
out.
He got the Ecamm T-shirt on, the purple color signature mic with the light blooming in the background. Look, he got the light over top. Look, and you look. Hold up. Shout out to Doc. Represent. That's my Doc Rock light over there. You going to summarize this thing? How dare you?
I ain't using it until just now, and because he asked. But you know what? I'll delete the plugin if y'all gonna have problems with it like that. I guess we done.
Hey, I was this many days old when I figured out about Claude. Is it called Claude AI?
Yeah, Claude is the truth too. Claude is the truth.
Dude,
don't have to pay attention if you don't want to.
Man, I had it, and Tina was on one of her work calls. And I was like, watch this. I did a morning. It was me and Tina and the boys at the table, and I put it on, and I like put it into the phone. That thing is so daggone perfect. I mean, it went into how my son transitioned into talking about this car and why the AMG is different than the M5 something or whatever. And I was reading this stuff like, And it was like, yeah, and then Isaiah added to the conversation. I'm like, dang, this
Was
little
somebody
thing-
else in the room? Who is in the room?
I was like, this thing good. Oh man, the summaries on those things.
Like 12 was
Bro.
saying, what a world. What a world. What's up with you? Appreciate you being here as well.
Oh my gosh, man.
Uh,
So
uh,
any questions about photography or something? I don't know.
Oh, anything, man. I'm gonna say this though. Again, I can tell that the world needed this as much as selfishly. I'm gonna say I needed this. Right? It's been
Hey.
too long since we had these conscious conversations, and folks is here, chiming in, staying the whole time. Doesn't matter
Hey.
what we talk about. We can go off the rails. We started talking about Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah, that's the best one. That's
Then
the
you-
best.
then we-
I gotta go back to Dave, man. That's my guy. That's my guy.
All right, I'm not gonna put you on the spot and say we gonna get back on the regular cadence. I'll do that offline, so I'm not gonna put you. It's not gonna be recorded. God, I keep looking at Doc's video here, but that boy, okay, that boy got
That quality crazy, ain't it?
that quality. No, his big head looking at me though. Hold on, let me switch screens. There we go.
Hey, so look, let's take Doc for example, right? He's got all the boxes checked. It's if he himself wanted to say, you know what, I just want to have 100,000 followers and I want to be the biggest influencer or something, he could actually do it.
Mhm.
Right? It's you have to want to do it. Like you have to be honest about what's my why in doing it. Right? Some of us can, like you, myself, and many people in the comments section, I want to say to everybody, you can actually get there. You have the ability to do the there, whatever it is.
Mm.
Like, the funny fact about me is I'm really battling with, I don't want my photography success to go into, I'm booked every weekend for like $2,000, something like that's not my goal. Like I want to be on a private jet with somebody because they're going overseas or they're going to an event and they want the pictures that I'm going to take the way I take them. They just like, my dream would be to roll out with Swiss and Alicia Keys. And they're just like, yeah, you and your wife come with us. We going to, Cabo or something like that. And we just want you to take pictures with the family, the whole thing, and turn all the pictures into us. No problem. Cool. I'm there with a laptop doing that. I don't want to be just that, event photographer, whatever, or going to studio doing headshots and models all the time. I can do that, but that's not what I really want to do. But if that's what I really want to do, I could do that. Like, and I could be damn good at it. It's the same thing if Doc really just said, I just want to be an influencer for Sony, he'd probably kill it, right? Like he has the ability. So I think what I would say to most people is be honest about what you want to do, and then you can get the feedback if you're off on it, right? And then you have to really listen to the people that I believe if they really wanted to do it, they could do it. It's like me, I can sit here and cut rap records all day. I'm just not that deep in the rap. And some people get mad with me because they like, why don't you do it? I'm like, because that's just not a bag that I'm trying to chase. Like everybody want money, of course, but I just don't want to do that. I just don't want to. But there are things that most of us are out here. We have everything we need to get where we're trying to get to. You have to be honest on, is that where I want to go? And if where you want to go, are you equipped to get there? That's the main thing.
I think that translates to everything outside as well. So not just being a digital creative or an entrepreneur. And I think that translates to life as well. And the reason I bring that up is because, I want to be cognizant of what my man, Mr. Cox, said, right? It's been a rough patch, he says, for him lately. So stay locked in on what you're doing. Reach out to your folks around you. This is us talking to everyone as well. Check in on folks. Because that matters. Those are the things that are important. And if you deviate from that. So again, I don't want to over talk what you talk, but I wanted to bring it back to context of what we got here from this is what we do, bro. This is what we do. We got to bring the community in as well. But Stay locked in on what's important, what's relevant, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
I mean, think of master classes. A couple people, they got mad with me because they were like, "Oh, you should do a master class on this, master class on that," and I'm like, "You have to stay engaged to that." And I said, to me, the master class hustle was this: the people that are master classing, what they're not honest about is the bag, right? They're not always honest, and I'm not saying they're bad for that. I'm just saying the red pill, blue pill thing is, it's about the bag, or for some people, it's this I've arrived self-entitlement. So I'm not going to throw names in there, but when you have a master class on a stream deck, like pause for a second real quick, right? That's an ever evolving, changing thing. So the master class thing is kind of like, I'm the expert in showing you how to use it. But the problem is the master has to keep learning. And when they're learning, they're only throwing in the class the old stuff, because you can't throw the now stuff in the class. But when you have relational equity, you have a relationship with me. So when you next to me, you getting what I just found out today, and you're not paying for it. And I don't need to make the bag off of giving you the information. It's not for everybody. And I'm not saying masterclass is bad. I'm like, they're fine. But with most people, when people have to sit in masterclass with stuff, they're not the creative they think they are. They think they're better because they went to the master class, but then somebody else parallel to you, they ain't been to not one master class because they're dropping master knowledge without going to the class.
Because they actually out there doing it.
You see what I'm saying? It's like when Jesus showed up on the scene around all the masters, they were like stuck because he already knew what they were trying to master. And they were mad with him because he is the master, right? He was the master and they're trying to master what he already is the master on. And so they're ticked off. And that made the people look at them funny because they like, well, he know more than y'all. Right? And if I have a relationship with him, I end up knowing what y'all already know, or y'all think y'all experts in. So when you get to these, I'm gonna do a master class on how to put your camera in focus. Well, there's a guy, if you had a relationship with him, he actually has nothing better to do with his time than to show you how to put that camera into focus without paying that bag for limited information. And that's why you put tiers in master classes. You say, but if you pay this price, then we'll show you how to do it in shutter priority as well. And if you pay this level, we'll show you how to get in a manual. And it's just like, I don't know. I can't facilitate too many because I need to stay creative. And the thing is, you'll catch it off of the relational equity, and I'm getting paid for my master-like knowledge. And if you just watch me, you'll see it and you can get it. Right? That's a weird thing. There's a bag for masterclass, but I'm just giving a hint for free is if you have to sit in the chair for a ton of masterclasses, you're not really getting ahead. Right? Because you're paying for something that needs to keep you paying to get to the next thing. So you become a servant to the level of training of the master classes rather than to have faith in the relational equity, right? To be ahead of all the people in the seats. That's a Keith Pelzer thing.
Boy, let that marinate right there.
My plaques on the wall ain't come from not one master class. You know what the master classes was? I was in the room with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. I taught to Quincy Jones. That was a master class. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was doing what I was doing, and they heard what I was doing. And Babyface came to our studio. Puffy came to Puffy came to our studio. And was like, what y'all using in here?
I came with him.
I ain't go to no parties.
I'm gonna find some video. Oh my God. I came with you. We was going down the path, boy, and then next thing.
Oh boy. Yo, Dave Chappelle went on the Diddy joint too, man.
I came with this thing, man. Oh, my Lord.
Woo! I can't say what he said in that room either. I'm sorry. We can't say that on this.
We gonna mess around and get a strike, a fine. We go lawsuit. We was going so well too.
Oh, he said it was going well. We went from boy, Jesus to Diddy.
Yeah, because boy, that was gonna go in the script in like an hour and get chopped up. And now I don't know what Lord, I'm just gonna put all kind of B-roll on that. I don't know what's happening. I'm sweating just right there.
Oh man, I love to hear people's perspective on it though. I've just seen too many damaged people from quote unquote. I think there's a new way to do masterclass. You're better to pay somebody to be a mentor in something, or gift them or reward them for their time and they're pouring into you, or bring something to the table that you can offer.
Yeah.
And then the knowledge. And now with YouTube, dude, like honestly, everything is out there. You just got to be wise enough to know how to do it. So like for me, if a new product comes out, the only reason I bought The Verge was because I went to YouTube and I knew to look at least 5 different ones. And I can tell in about 20 seconds into it, are you going to give me the information I need to know? Or I may have a why. Why do I need that? Is the light comparable? Is it less? Does the wattage, this Verge light I got on here, I only got it at, I think 15% at most. Like I can light this room up with that Verge, with the Verge Max. So, so then the influencers are out there running all the specs. And I'm like, the average person doesn't understand what that translates into. And when you set your aperture, you set your ISO and all of this and that stuff, you don't need a light in the room at 80%. So when somebody tells you, oh, the new light ain't no good because it's only 100 watt, it's like, yeah, I only need like 40 in this room.
None of these lights in this room are above 15-20% anyway. So yeah, that's
what's the Keith Pell's rant. Some of us gotta repent on the masterclass y'all been to that gave you an equipment list, and every piece of equipment you got off of that masterclass you getting rid of, or you trying to sell it to somebody that don't even know. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You like, oh, I got a brand new what's the thing? I just got rid of my other one. I got a brand new Rodecaster Pro, barely touched. You got it from a masterclass, and now you trying to get a little sucker to buy it off you.
You try to
because you about to get a better one. And if you was real, you would be like, you know what? I'm getting the newest one because it's better than the one I'm selling you. But all you need is, and then they sitting there stuck like, well, I don't have this or that function. It's like, yeah, because you got the secondhand joint from somebody.
And you ain't never used it.
See, I sold my Rodecaster to somebody that don't need the newer one. And it served the purpose on what they do. I sold it to a guy that does audio, right? He does audio for people. And I was like, you know what? Grab this. You can put it on, you can put the 4 tracks on there, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Throw it on this card, slap it in. You can use that on your timeline. And you got the mix from your board right into the Rodecaster Pro. You can add a separate channel in there for the DJ, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. And then you got triggers on there. And it was like, all right, cool. Sold it to him. Happy. Done. Next person, he like, oh, I'm trying to do a podcast. What I need. I'm like, here's what you need to buy. And then I only sell my old stuff based on tell me your why. Because I don't want to hustle you. I don't want to hustle you. So tell me your why.
Yeah.
Tell me your why. Or I can be honest, like, look, I'm trying to upgrade to the newest joint, but this will work for you. I would be lying to people, man.
You're never gonna use the call me function on this RCP, but we're gonna sell it to you anyway. What's it for? Then you don't worry about it. 10 years down the road, when you have someone call it into your show, you're gonna want it. But today,
when I sold my A5100 to somebody, like I sold about 3 A5100s because I bought a ton of them in the pandemic. And a lady was like, yo, I gotta go live. Tina, for her everyday job, Tina's job, she works from home online. They like, oh my gosh, look, oh, look at your camera. Oh my God, Tina's got the best camera. Everybody on Zoom like, oh, Tina's light and everything. You know what she got? She got my Lantern, the Lantern Amaran 100 up in her room with the, with the soft box. Got a couple little hue lights behind her, the ones don't flicker. Then she got the A50-100, right? With a kit lens on it. With a
position
kit
the
lens,
right way,
bro.
though. Position
Dude.
in the right place.
When I say that camera clean, everybody like, oh, we got to turn our cameras off. Look at Tina's camera. I mean, it got the nice little separation at her desk and stuff. She in her glory. Then I got her the what's his name? What's the MV7? Yeah. I got her MV7 plugged in USB.
Got her mic'd up.
USB. And they like, oh, your quality is great. Oh my gosh, your mic is so clean. My wife was like, they love my microphone and lighting and the camera and all. I got her the cheapest daggone setup, and she looked better than everybody on the joint.
She showed up the right way. Way.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to do it all. You don't have to do it all.
Yeah, you ain't got to do it. Don't empty your pockets trying to do it all. Just don't do that. He go dipping in that drink again. We gonna tell you what we gonna do. We gonna bring this plane in.
Bring it in. You go to Ohio, I'm driving back over there.
Well, I'm going somewhere. You know, I live 35,000 feet up. Shout out to KLM. Good Lord, that's my new airline of choice. But okay, I'm not gonna squirrel a moment.
KLM.
Yeah, when you flying.
How was your flight back from Africa?
Long. It's the best way to put it. Long.
All right.
We spent 36 hours in the air.
Bruh.
Coming back.
I ain't gonna front. That was crazy for me. I was like, I woke up and I was like, I'm still on the plane. I got 9 hours of sleep.
Right. I mean, I've flown a lot too. I mean, like I've flown from Japan back to the States, and I know Doc knows this too. And spending a lot of time in the plane. Can't do economy. Don't do that. You gotta go ahead and upgrade. You gotta do the Beyonce. Yeah. You gotta let me upgrade you.
Yeah.
you gotta have a pillow and a blanket, and you gotta have a little something. You don't have to be in business class.
Just don't be in the air in the Cadillac,
bruh.
You missed that. Just don't be in the air in the Cadillac in Texas, boy.
Them ropes fell on there.
They got fired, boy. Whoever that is, they got fired, bro.
Because we went to see the show in where'd we go see it? We went to the show in LA.
I seen y'all.
That's right. You saw it. We was there doing the thing, and it worked that night. But sure enough, she went back home to Houston. That Cadillac. It started dipping a little bit.
That joint had a gangster lean. That joint was Compton caddy. That was
her Cadillac had some hydraulics on it. Yeah, her Cadillac had some hydraulics on it.
That joint starts.
Stop. She said, "Hold up,
low, sweet cherries. Let me ride." That joint like this.
I know somebody probably had to upgrade their LinkedIn that night because they no longer part of that crew. Man. Lord have mercy. I don't know what we was talking about, but we
got to a leaning Cadillac. No, I was actually about that flight back from Africa.
Oh yeah, I was talking about KLM because we flew Qatar most of the way to and then back.
Nice.
We do. Yeah, man. Oh my God, them Dreamliners. And then the KLM, the big fellas too. Like I say, upgrade. But the flight was dope. Maybe next time I'll show some of the videos and the photos. I'm putting them on my Instagram. But yeah,
everybody check out James' Instagram when he was dancing with the tribe
with the chief boy.
The chief took me into his tribe.
Took me. Yeah, you saw that.
And Jordan represented the Hicks family though. She got out there. I mean, the chief was he was giving it to you like boom.
And she hated every moment of that because there was all the attention was on her. She hated that.
Yo,
Hey.
he was in. Dude, I spent 2.5 weeks in Africa. No, I was there for 3 weeks in the cage with a leopard and everything. But your joint, y'all was in them streets, boy. I was in the streets.
Yeah,
I saw somebody get robbed with M16s. They robbed the kid, and our driver, I was like, we was in the car like, yo, what's happening right there? And they was like, oh, he's robbing him, and I was like, yo, he ain't scared. It was like, yeah, you just stand still, let them take whatever they would take off you, keep moving. We was about 200 feet away from M16.
I had no problems. All we had was
there was about 5 cows walking across the street right past the car. It was somebody selling goat heads down the street. I was like, man, get me to the church real quick, bro. I was so glad to get to Port Elizabeth because them streets wasn't no joke where I was at. You was in the sticks, bro.
Hey, you see, that's what we got. My man, look at his shoes. The shoes are made out of tire tread.
Bro.
Yeah, the massage, brother. So we was out there doing our thing, and you see what he got in his cup right there. We was dipping in a little something. That's some homemade moonshine. Chief was
oh, that's the homemade. Okay.
Yeah, so we was lit, but we was doing that thing. Saw every animal we wanted. We didn't see the rhino, so we saw 4 of the big 5.
Okay, we had a rhino kind of running after our car.
There he
like,
goes.
Is he cool?
I
was like, he cool. They was like, they stopped the car for a minute, and I was just like, we need to get on back to the front. My man don't like this car riding in this area, you know.
Everybody need to go to Africa. Everybody, let's go. Steve Harvey got a joke. He got a bit, and the old school Richard Pryor bit. You know, it costs a bit. It costs a little bit, but save your money. But everybody needs to go and just hang out there for a little while.
Now, where were you at specifically?
Tanzania.
Tanzania, okay.
Yeah, we was in Tanzania, Serengeti. Yeah, we was out there. We spent 4 nights out there in the Serengeti.
Ooh.
Dude was saying, "Hey, don't leave your tent at night. If you need to leave your tent at night, make sure you flash your flashlight so the little watchman can come out and help you." He said, "But you mess around, you leave your tent if you want to.
You'd be like Idris Elba out in them streets."
Yeah, you be eating up, brother.
You saw that movie, Idris? You see that movie? Idris was out in the street, and somebody wanted to go out. I forgot the name of the movie. They was out there, and the car broke or something, and they was in the middle of a lion war. Oof. Yeah, that was a crazy joint.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't mess around the streets, man.
I'll even say this was pretty dope right here. Hold on, why is it not rendering right? Come on now. I got pictures with. Come on, IG. And I know I took the picture, so I know it's a. Hold on.
And last year around this time, you was about to spend $5,000 on the camera to go to Africa. Oh, my bad.
We was in B&H, and I was ready to spend that money too. So
you was ready to spend that money. I remember last year
we was in B&H. I was with this guy right here.
Had to ready to spend that money.
And
you didn't need it.
Yeah.
See, this picture don't say it wasn't a A2, camera shot with a Canon lens and all that stuff. It tells the story.
Dude, that's a picture of me and Jane Goodall taken from an iPhone. If I had messed around and got the big old whatever that I was gonna get, would have missed that moment.
Bro, you in Africa. You just get the shot, get the picture. That's all that's needed.
That's all that's needed.
Hey, I wish I had Metas when I went to Africa back then. I wish they had them out.
We gotta do it again. We gotta do it again. We gotta do it again. Zanzibar is on the schedule for 2027. Mr. Riley, okay. Yeah, see, definitely gonna need to.
Where you going?
Mr. Riley he got that LA money. So
he got that. He hanging out with Dr. Dre and Ice Cube.
Yeah, he got LA money, so he can do those things.
He got that. Hey, y'all tell your boy Cam Newton to keep his mouth off of Jalen Hurts, all right? Tell y'all boy Cam Newton to keep quiet. Nobody want to hear his mouth no more. Jalen hanging out with Michael Jordan. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't responding to these knuckleheads.
No.
He ain't responding.
KP, let's do it, man. All right, brother. We gonna bring this back. I'm gonna give you a hard time when we go offline because I can tell people wanted this. I know I wanted this. Like I say, selfishly, but it's all dope that we brought this back. He put his mouth in the. I see people. See, we're not even going in that. We're gonna say that for next time. But everyone knows where to get you, brother. They know where to get me as well. You feeling good, brother?
Yeah. How we looking this year though? Who's your team? Who's your football team?
I'm always Steelers, right?
You still okay? You Steelers?
I'm still Steelers. I'm not gonna be fair weather fan, even though I had a whole bunch of terrible towels and I burned most of them. I still got one. So
all right,
I'm not gonna burn this time.
See, look, I'm ride or die Eagles, period. But who? Forget the Eagles for a second. Who looking real good out there? Would y'all say?
It's too early, man. I don't know. I'm watching Quarterback on Netflix right now, and I'm feeling. So I don't know if Tall Boy's still here, but I'm feeling the Kirk Cousins story, the Jared Goff story. I'm feeling those for sure. But Jalen's gonna do his thing for sure.
That's why I said take them all for a second, because if you take the Eagles out for a second, right? Like I said, I'm an Eagles fan. I'm glad we won the Super Bowl, but let's pull the Eagles out of the conversation. I'm looking at the Bills because they got to be real frustrated. And once we show what we did to Kansas City, the Bills have no other option from the fan base all the way up. If they haven't changed, it's like, yo, this ain't happening again. The Ravens, same thing. The Kansas City got the Ravens and they got the Bills before. So those are two teams that I'm like, if nothing much changed in there, they coming with some real fire.
It could be Lamar's year.
You know what I'm saying? That's what
Lamar's year.
That's what I was curious about, because I'm not as deep into football as everybody. I just follow my team, but I'm looking like, I'm glad we won last year, right? But at the end of the day, I'm like, now that the way we dismantled Kansas City Chiefs, right? And I love Andy Reid, the way we dismantled them. Like when I say dismantle, we dismantled them jokers. My thing is, all the other hot teams that were rolling, right? I'm looking at the Bills like, yo, if we had to face them, I don't think the game would have been the same at all.
No,
that's just me personally. I'm going to say that. I don't think the game would have been the same at all.
That's true. That's true. And
I'm still around with my team, but I'm like, I think we'd have been on more pins and needles.
I think, and Doc, you talking about Saquon? Yeah, Saquon is, I worry about Saquon. That may be what he's talking about right there. Josh Allen from Buffalo, right? I think he's still in his. I think he's still in his feelings right now because sinners.
Because what?
He just got married to Haley that was in Sinners with Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
And
you think that's going to affect him?
I think I don't know.
Look, the team ain't gonna have it. Like the Bills treat their team like
I'm being funny. I'm being facetious on that. Because there was all these stories. If y'all hadn't seen Sinners yet, y'all need to go see it. But I know he was asked some questions about the movie and the acting. It was good acting. So maybe he gonna come with a little extra fire in him. So Bills are gonna be all right. I think. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, Kirk Cousins is following 47. I will never say his name, so I didn't realize that. Okay, so scratch him from the list. Tall Boy say he's switching to the Browns. He a Sanders fan. He a Sanders fan. Yeah, he.
I don't think that's enough. The team ain't there though. The team, we already know Dallas ain't saying nothing.
Who?
Dallas, we already know they just I mean, your man yo, I want to get away from these guys.
Michael say, I don't care, you pay me all you want to, I still don't want to play here.
I mean, I got a couple more weeks. The season about to start, I'm bleeding green, but I'm like, I'm bleeding green all the way. But I am like, I think it's gonna be a nice year. But I'm looking at Bills and Ravens to make a lot of noise because I'm like, the frustration got to be hard. The Ravens is where we were before. When you man dropped that ball and then I was like, oh man, he dropped that ball. I'm like, poor Lamar, man. And then the Bills, I mean, the Chiefs got him again. I was just like, dang. So, and you know, them people, they shoveled that whole stadium out.
They should.
I mean, they at least needed to be at the Super Bowl. They shoveled the whole damn stadium
twice.
out.
I think it was twice.
Twice,
too,
right.
You know.
I'm like, geez.
Yeah, boy.
So this is gonna be interesting, man. I'm like I said again, I'm gonna say it once again. I am green all the way, and I'm like, yep. I know our
You
first
just looking
couple
for some
weeks is hard.
competition. You looking for some competition. Yeah, it's all right.
I'm not. I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm like, we already got competition with our lineup, right? Dallas. I don't care how bad we talk about Dallas. They, you know, the cool thing I love about Hurts, they not going to take what the fans are saying as far as like the fans are like, oh, boo, Dallas ain't going to do nothing. We're going to run all over you. The Eagles don't think like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we got the Super Bowl last year because they weren't thinking like, oh, you should just fly over that team. They suck. It's like, no, that's when you get your hand with them. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that first game, Dallas will just put all the energy into them. Jokers will come in and win that one game against us and lose everything else and talk about it forever. The Eagles can't afford for that to happen. So the Eagles themselves are going to be like, we're going to play them like any other team and give it all we got. That's good. But then we got Kansas City. We got a lot of different people. I forgot the schedule, but we got the heavy people on the front end. But I'm interested to see, for anybody that's a Bills fan, good luck for y'all, man. Because I think Allen got to be he done got upset twice.
Oh yeah, he got a little, you know, he got a little tension now. So he
that's 3 years
been too close.
Though,
He's been too close every year. So something's got to pop
for 3 years, right?
Yeah, something gonna have to pop for them. They got the squad, they got the depth, and obviously they got him. So
yeah,
you know, they got the new Superman. He can get out there and do something. I saw Doc mention the Raiders. We'll give them an honorable mention. Pete Carroll out there doing his thing. So we'll see how.
Where's Russell at, man? He's still with y'all? I mean, just go ahead and dance with your wife or something. I mean,
yeah, we officially done. I never been a Russell Wilson fan. I don't even know where is. Go dance with your wife. Sierra making more money than.
I'm like, man,
he in New York. He in New York right now.
He in New York now. I mean,
yeah,
that's my guy.
He with them Giants.
Oh my God!
You told Russell, just go make a music video with your wife.
Russell, go ahead and sit down real quick. But somebody like Cam Newton back in so he could prove his point over Jalen Hurts.
I would love to see Cam back out. Cam ain't lost a lick. He ain't lost a step.
Oh boy,
that's it. Whew. KP, appreciate you, man. Love you, man.
All
this
right,
is what
man.
we do.
Love you too, man.
Folks, I hear some dinner, but just put dinner in the oven. So okay, it might be time to eat.
There you go.
I don't know.
There you go. Is my boy on the grill, man?
No. Mama's in the kitchen cooking. I don't know. The boy probably at the gym. You know, he training for his marathon.
He bench pressing a car or something like that.
He getting close.
Yeah.
He's training for his Iron Man. So you know.
Yeah, you better be careful, man, when you talk to him. You know, he kind of big. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he turning 21 next week, and taking him and most of his partners. We going to Vegas.
Okay.
Lord, pray for me, y'all.
You going a little outside of the city?
Y'all pray for me, man. We're not staying on the strip. We staying close to the strip. But I'm gonna take them there. My brain hurt just thinking about it.
He on the couch, knocked out. What y'all do to him?
Knocked out. Boy. I'm trying to get him lit with some scotch. I'm gonna be knocked out myself, boy. Now we going. I told him we're gonna go to Smith and Walensky. That's my spot.
Okay.
Yeah, we gonna get the big old tomahawk, the 44-ounce tomahawk comes to the table flaming. Yeah, we gonna get that. We finna eat.
Okay.
Yeah, we finna eat. So y'all keep me in your thoughts. I'm not worried about him. Y'all keep me in your thoughts. Hey,
make sure you hit Doc. No, not Doc. What's Rob? Hit DJ Rob up, man. While you
in Vegas?
He in Vegas. You ain't know that?
I don't know.
No, dude. I went to a mansion with that brother, man.
All right.
I was out in them. Yeah, I was up in the hills in the mansion, and
okay.
He be rocking the clubs. Find out wherever he DJing. Y'all go in there and party.
I'll find out. Okay.
DJ Rob, Ecamm.
Yeah.
DJ Rob, hit him.
I apologize to the Ecamm fam. I done fell off a little bit. You know, I haven't kept up with the communication. And no, Doc, it's he doing a Ironman here in Northern Cal, Sacramento. So I gotta keep up with him. Okay, he in them hills. Okay, that's what I say, in them hills. Yeah, when them Diddy parties.
Was Jake's there?
I just took my ears out. I can't hear nothing no more. Oh my God.
Get ready. Get ready.
That if y'all gotta listen close for it, because you know we saying some things that is kind of can go over your head.
That's my guy, man. Yeah.
We saying some things that may go over your head, man. And he didn't bought up. Oh Lord, he didn't bought up Pastor J.
I wasn't at none of them joints. Dave Chappelle said the same thing. Dave Chappelle said about that Diddy stuff. He said, yeah, I was at Diddy's one time. He said, he asked me. He said, I was chilling. Diddy was like, so Dave, well, what else you into? He was like, video games, cameras. That's all. I mean, video games, skateboarding, you know, traveling. Like,
what you want to talk about?
From right there, he said, from right there, that was a loaded question.
Yeah. What else you want to know about? That's all I do. I read.
Exit stage left.
My God.
Oh, he said, look, Dave said, when I went to Diddy's, he said the floor wasn't slippery. He said the floor wasn't slippery. He said, all I'm saying was when I went, the floor wasn't slippery.
He gonna fall out his chair, ladies and gentlemen. He about to fall out his chair.
I can't repeat half the stuff that was in that room. That thing killed me, man. He said the floor was not slippery.
Nah, Toy, we can't leave him alone. I know he's still in jail. We can't leave him alone.
Just hit the button.
Yeah, I'm just, you know what?
Hey, you gonna have Shay on next week?
He ain't got no job. He ain't got nothing to do.